pull up a chair and join us in the alcove as we continue the story of the Chaoslands, our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign here in episode 7. As always, we have a handful of quick announcements, and you may notice some differences on our cast members.
Sorry. We didn't plan that very well. Sorry.
As you can see, it's a very special holiday-themed episode with some accoutrements, some sweaters, and some things. Some definite things.
Yeah, you can wear them.
There we go.
Anyways, for some announcements. We go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. VODs are available on our Twitch channel immediately and uploaded to YouTube every Friday. We also do reruns on our Twitch channel every Thursday morning for people in different time zones where you might run into the cast of the show as well in Twitch chat. So be sure to check it out. You can click the follow button down below to get a notification whenever we go live. And help us on our road to Twitch affiliate status. Please click the follow button. Please, we appreciate it. This is the last session of the Chaoslands before we take a bit of a break for the holidays.
Close call, guys.
You're going to slap yourself. Be careful.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
We plan to be back on the first Wednesday of January. I don't know what date that is, but the first Wednesday of January?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, tentative.
But we're going to plan to continue the story then.
Yes.
Don't worry, we might have a few other smaller streams either now or around New Year. As well as potentially some short videos going up on our YouTube channel that we'll also broadcast here on the Twitch stream. Potentially some more social media, art, all sorts of good stuff. A lot of fun and awesome stuff coming, so be sure to check out our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok links down below. We're very excited for the next year, and it's going to be a big one. Can't wait. Not the big one, a big one. On that note, for today's session, we have a big shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a great digital tool with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game. And 3, if you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com.
Oh.
Do we have any other announcements?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I made these.
We have shirts.
I made them.
Yeah, sure.
So we have a couple different ones.
This one is
We got Schema. We got a couple different logos. We have one that says the alcove.
Okay. I need to
Alyssa's
position
standing
it
in front
better.
of my...
There,
I'll
that
just put it down.
Sorry.
A couple different ones. There should be a link down if you're on Twitch below, and I'll also add a link to our YouTube channels after.
And look, there's gears, and there's potions, and there's letters, and the letters say Schema. I planned that. That was on purpose. You can buy them if you want to.
Yeah.
Yes, they're available in many different colors, many different styles. We'll have a link to the store going out somewhere.
Yeah. Also, shout out to our very own Raph for joining us from Brazil.
Woo!
Yay! He's on vacation right now, but he is very kind and was willing to join us for tonight's last episode before the holidays.
Yes.
It's the middle of the night there right now.
Priorities, man.
Yeah, that's what it's up.
Yeah, first time trying a remote setup, so if there are any technical difficulties, please bear with us. But
Are you gonna lick that like a cat all night?
Yep. Oh, it's staying on it all
Sounded
night. Yeah.
Dirty.
Gonna lick that P word.
anyways,
Wow.
Sorry.
I think that's all the announcements. So,
We're off to a hot start.
previously on the Chaos.
I wasn't ready. God damn
Wait,
it. Where
hold
is
on,
it?
hold
Wait. Hold.
Hold.
There we go.
Oh wait, we had another announcement that we forgot to
Oh.
say.
It's too
Did
late. It's done now.
Is it?
There's no more
But I
announcements.
worked so hard.
Do it. Oh, the intro.
I made that.
Yes. We have a new intro in case you saw it.
I made
But yeah.
it. But don't get attached because I'm redoing everything. I'll be in the dirty one soon.
Yes.
All right. We should be good.
So,
Wait.
it's
Just
the
kidding.
time to start the Chaoslands.
Cool.
Picking up the pieces from a busy evening of brawling and strange occurrences, our adventurers holed up in apartment 303 in Freedom Hall, the headquarters and home base of the Cure of Dust, deep in Wardate. After resuscitating Arkmir, who woke up with little recollection of what had occurred at the end of his duel with Eredok, most of the party spent the night recovering, either from a long day or a splitting headache. However, Timon, his mind uneasy due to the repeated dead ends that he had been encountering on the trail of his sister, found himself awoken by loud noises of thunder. Looking out the window, he saw the awe-inspiring sight of a nearby lightning rift. Near the edge of town, much closer than he had ever been to one in his life. Obsessed with learning more about the rift, he rushed to the roof of the apartment building, chased by Kaltir, and bore witness firsthand to their destructive capacity. Bolts of red lightning cracking down from the sky, tearing apart the landscape with indiscriminate force. That, for a brief moment, he could swear formed familiar dwarven runes. While observing the storm intently, amidst the red flashes of lightning, they also saw a single cloaked figure walking with intent into the storm. Unable to restrain himself, Timon convinced Kaltir to make their way into the storm to give chase and learn more about this figure, but it was long gone by the time they made it to the rift. While Kaltir was able to luckily escape the storm unharmed, Timon was nearly struck by a bolt of chaotic red lightning, and upon leaving the storm, found himself changed by the strange forces at work, and near death. Recovering the two members of their party near the outskirts of the city, we find our adventurers in Freedom Hold again, having collected the blueprints from Linda, trying to figure out the next steps.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
I'm seriously trying to figure out your next steps.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, well, last we left off, we're trying to decide how we're going to get back to my Farger.
You had gathered the wagons that you were going to take Timon along in. One of you was going to have to pull it because there were no more goats.
I think before we set off, we should probably, if anybody has some blankets or perhaps your coat, I don't know your attachment with it, but we could
Don't get
kind of
started.
hide some of the iron that the cart is made of, so we don't get in trouble with the local authorities.
Okay, so when we say it's made of iron, like the entire thing, 100% is iron?
Yes.
How does it roll?
The wheels are made of iron.
It's just
They're
really
round.
heavy. It's just
That's
really heavy.
impressive.
I don't think we're going to be able to hide the fact that the cart is made of iron. If we're planning on taking this, we just have to accept the fact that it's made of iron and do what we can with those who ask.
And then I think if, they want to seize it, we don't put up a fight. We are not in any position to fight with the authorities.
Clear talk.
Yes.
Again, about the iron being legal or illegal. I thought it was just literally the act of, selling or buying. That's our...
Yeah.
We just don't know where they're at with that, right?
Okay.
They could seize anything, or
None of you has ever officially figured out what the embargo on iron entails or consists of. You have simply heard word of it.
Yeah. What
Okay.
we do know is that we were let into the city with the cart with iron
Yes.
by the iron cars.
Mhm.
That was 2 days ago.
Iron cog.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got iron in their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should. I think we should make our way to Ward 1 and see my father. Timon, if you're ready and want to hop in the cart, I would be more than okay to pull the cart, at least for a while, before potentially others help out. Unless you're capable of walking.
I can walk, but not very fast. My worry is what happen if one of those ankegs is attracted by the cart.
Right.
From what we know, it was the goats that attracted the onkegs. I think just the foot traffic of
It might
us. We're not sure, to be honest. I've never seen them before. We're going.
just noise.
It's
It
true,
might
too.
be.
Yeah.
It might be. I think no matter what, it's a risk we have to take. To get out of this.
Somebody did say to us that it was the goats that attracted the lobsters.
They did.
I've also never seen them inside of a ward. I mean, we fought them kind of on the outskirts of this ward that unfortunately is not in the best shape right now, so I've never seen one inside any of the wards I've been to.
Well, okay, what do we have that we can use to disguise the cart.
I don't think
I
we're
don't think
trying
we
to
need to.
disguise
Yeah.
it.
We're just gonna go out with the iron and be like, "Yep,
We're
we
not
got
going to be
iron."
able to disguise the entire
Well,
cart, and even
yeah.
if we do and they ask to inspect it, it won't be hard for them to discover that it's made of iron.
I think
if
it's-
anything, it would be worse if we covered it up and they discovered that it was made of iron. They'd ask
Yeah.
why we're hiding it.
But we could dress it up as something like a Christmas parade. Huh?
Linda,
What is Christmas?
What is
Um,
Christmas?
Linda is, by this point, while you're still considering continuing talking to this, she's gone back upstairs and come back down again. And she's carrying the backpack of the broken apart cylinder. And she's like, if you're planning to fix this, you'll probably need it too.
Oh, right, certainly.
Like,
Thank you
hands this,
very
like,
much.
Giant, like,
Yeah.
for you, it's like,
Yeah. Well, I don't have my backpack with the dog in it anymore, so I will put that
Is
small
that
little bag
canister
on.
made of iron?
no, it's made of electrosteel, like a
Okay,
bronzish
the
colored
brass,
metal.
yeah,
like
But it's
that.
also
Yeah.
very broken apart. Like, it's not in the best shape. Like, there's whole panels missing. There's like whole covers missing. There, you can see inside of it.
So all the iron bars that we had, those are with Linda, like somewhere. Like we've offloaded that now at this point.
The cart was provided to you empty. There was one box of iron bars that
Big one took.
the
That-
big one took
yep.
up to Linda. She
Yes.
still has those,
Okay.
but the rest
Cool.
of the cart is empty.
Okay.
The rest of the cart is empty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
The cart is made of iron. Yes. But
I'm afraid that if we carry on this cart and we're carrying a load of iron, then we might catch the attention of the iron cocks.
Well, I don't think we're going to be taking any iron. If any, it'll be just the one small box. It's just the cart itself.
But if we're carrying the box,
It depends. I mean, they might not look in it. It's inside of a box right now, so it's at least not exposed iron inside the box.
Do we need to bring the cart? Why don't we just walk?
He's almost dead.
He can walk like 10 feet per second. Or
Right.
per turn. So
You
he's,
could carry him.
and
You-
the iron.
You carried.
It's very
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah. You carried
Linda
our
told us that we need to take iron.
we can either leave the
Oh.
iron here for now and come back, but there is no forge in Ward 8. So
Yeah.
if we're going
We'd
to
have to
make
come
the
back
device,
and
we'd have to
go
come
back.
back at the or find more iron, and who knows where else. Like with
Well, that'd be
If we
sketchy,
just
though.
bring the wagon,
Yeah.
would that be enough iron?
I mean,
I would assume so, yes. But again, if we risk getting
the
it,
cart
Can-
is
could-
larger
wait.
than the box.
Yeah. Could Linda confirm that for us? She knows.
The cart itself should be enough iron.
Okay.
You can open up the blueprints if you want. Like, you have the blueprints.
Yeah, you would know.
3 to 4 bars of iron needed. I made notes.
So on the blueprint, you see mostly it's built on top of like an older blueprint, right? There's like additions and addendums made to it.
sure.
And you can tell clearly like which ones are fresh because they're like with a different color, essentially. The majority of it is just the repulsor cylinder. It's really old blueprints
Gotcha.
of like the device itself. There's a few additions, mostly around the base. So the legs that dig
Hold it.
into the ground.
Okay.
There's major changes around that part. There's also a large structure, almost the same size.
Everybody else here.
That's
Heather?
music. Don't worry about it.
That is the weirdest
Oh,
music
wow.
sound.
Yeah.
I thought I was losing my goddamn mind. Just-
Like my eardrum?
I was like,
Just
where's that coming from? Freaking little humming sound. Okay, so yeah, the legs that dig in and
Yeah.
some other.
So it needed,
There's a
like,
large
more
section
reinforcement,
just
probably.
at the top of the cylinder,
Okay,
which is almost as big as the cylinders.
and that's all iron.
That was all an addition that's been built on top of it. There's like another smaller section near the control panel, or where the control panel should be. The control panel might be missing from the one that you have.
Okay,
Those are like the 3 major changes that
Gotcha.
have been made.
No. It's bullshit.
okay.
You can tell that the amount of iron that it would need, it's a lot. But the
Okay.
cart should be good. The box alone is probably not.
Okay, well then if the box alone is not enough,
But
we'll leave
with
that
the cart, you
Linda.
need to figure out a way to like salvage it, get it melted,
Yes.
then do the forging. It would be an adventure.
Wait,
So,
Spark, does
either
it
way,
matter?
we don't have easy means right now because it's either the cart, which we have to go through the process he just said, or we have a box of iron that's not enough. So box of iron can stay with Linda.
Why are you talking so differently?
Player talking because we started a player talk.
Well, either way.
Yes, that was player talk. Sorry. So yeah, I would open the blueprint. I would see that. So
Well, it appears that this device needs quite a bit of iron to actually complete. I don't believe the box of iron is going to be sufficient, so so perhaps we leave that with Lenda, and hopefully it stays where it is without the risk of it being stolen or taken. I believe the cart would be enough, but it would involve a lot of refinement and actually smelting it down to be useful, which could be quite the process and hard, granted that there's a lot of eyes watching iron right now. I think our best
If I
option...
can get,
Yep, go ahead.
if I can invest a bit and get access to a forge, I can turn this card into that, pointing at the blueprint.
Okay. How much would you have to rest in order to do that?
At least a couple of days.
Well, I mean, we have to venture back toward one, which
My
will...
energies.
The process to build something like it, Timon, like looking at it, it's pretty intense. And if you had like a forge and you were working at your full capacity, it would probably take you around a week. Considering you're exhausted, that might take longer. Because there's a lot to do, like especially because of the 3 different components, and like
This is
you're not an expert on all of the things that are in the schematics themselves. So you might need, maybe if you and the big one work together, it might cut the time down by a little bit. But on your own, it would probably take you a while.
What about Timon Big One Spark Eye?
I think we just need to go talk with my father and see what... He hasn't even looked at the blueprints yet. Maybe he has somebody who could help us, help Timon or myself. I feel like we have a big task at...
Don't get me wrong. This is complicated. I'm gonna need at least a week to get this done.
Yeah.
But in my current state, I need to rest.
Yeah.
I need to recover.
Yeah, I don't think... No offense to you, I'm sure it would be wonderful work regardless, but I don't think you're at this moment in any position to... or we're not in any position to put you through that stress of trying to figure out this blueprint. So I think we definitely need to make our way toward one and talk to my father, get some questions answered. Everybody seems to want to speak with him. And then, like I said, he might be able to point us in the direction to get some help with this.
How long of a trip is it to Word 1 from here?
Half a day, if that. Not even?
Probably
An hour?
Probably.
A full day?
A full day.
I knew that.
Unless you
day.
want to cut through the middle of the ward right past that
No.
spire
Oh,
that people
no.
told you to avoid.
It will take the better part of a day, so...
If you're going around back through basically the same way that you came in,
Yeah.
it'll take you like the better part of the day just to get back to like Ward 5, and then
Sure.
like half a
Yeah.
day to get
Ooh.
into Ward 1.
So we probably want to get going, so we do most of our travel in the more dangerous spots in daylight, and then we can have a meal with my father, rest if we need to, and then get some answers to some questions.
Where you all?
I
So
told
you
him
all
to
head
do
out.
that.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you all head out.
I think we should at least take the cart, which will help with travel for Timon. That way he can also rest while in the cart. And should it get seized, I mean, there's not much we can do, and we can figure out an alternative plan for iron later if it does get seized. There's a lot of space at my workshop and in neighboring areas where if we do make it back with the cart, we can definitely store it there. I know my father won't mind.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lot more reasonable to get... If they pull us over for having an iron cart, It's a lot easier to explain than having iron bars. So
For sure. And hey,
Move
if
forward
we
with that.
lose the card, at least we have 1 box of iron at Lenda's.
But we're gonna about
We
that.
are not going to say anything.
We're not going to say anything.
So
Not gonna
Timon,
accidentally let it slip.
Timon, if you're ready, feel free to hop in the back, or I can place you in there gently, and you can rest while we start making our way back to.
Nobody manhandle or
Oh, it would not be
flying
manhandling.
myself.
Oh, okay. I can start by carrying the cart. I might need a small rest later in the day if others can take over, but for now, I can make do.
And I'll just, once Timon's in, I don't know what kind of, is it like a,
It's like a wheelbarrow.
so I'll
type
pick up
cart.
like the 2,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and
Well, if you wouldn't mind following me.
Right before we kind of head out, I'm just going to do a quick look around. I think we're in the courtyard right now. Is Aerodoc anywhere in sight?
Perception check.
last time we saw that boy, this boy fucked him over.
Yeah.
I want another one. That was so good. Oh, wait.
did I ask him?
What is it?
Ooh.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Perception?
You just have to
21.
try it. Do you like salted
You can
things?
see him looking down, you see a figure looking down from a balcony
Is it
overlooking the courtyard.
Yeah.
It's almost like on the second
Yeah.
level.
It's peanut butter.
You can tell just by the
Right.
stance and like
I
the
do
way
see
that he looks while looking down.
Yeah.
It's probably him.
Okay.
He's not within like he's not on the same floor as you, so you can't
Right.
just walk over and talk to him. But it's
Right. Okay, I'm just gonna go over to Arkmir then. Arkmir, I know we're heading out. I'm not sure if you wanted to speak to Aerodoc before we left, I think. I know you don't remember it, but the last moments you two had together weren't exactly friendly. He's up, I think that's him up there, looking down. I don't know if you wanted to... I mean, it seemed like you two were, becoming friends to some degree or getting along quite well. You seem to have some commonality to it.
But what exactly did I do to him?
Well,
Well,
To
he's
be-
trying to kill him.
to be fair, what you actually did to him was no different than what you were trying to do to him. What you had done to him before you blacked out. You were fighting him. I think the difference was, when you seem to have lost control, your motivations may have shifted a little bit, and you maybe had more dire intentions there. But I think, you didn't actually really. You didn't really get to him. We stopped you before anything happened. I'm just not sure if you wanted to leave it at that.
Yeah. Where's Airdoc? He's up on the floor.
The figure they pointed out is up on the second floor, just looking down from up the stairs. There's like the entrance terraces, basically.
Yep.
Looking down over the courtyard.
I'll make my way up.
Well, I guess we're not going yet.
I will be right
Just a
back.
moment, big one.
No, that's okay.
You climb up the stairs, and you up the eastern side. You climb up the stairs from the courtyard, arriving on the second floor landing, and you can see the figure up ahead. It looks similar to how Erdoc was dressed. Got the full mask and like the headgear and stuff on, so it's hard to tell for sure as you approach. And
I wouldn't recognize him just with even that.
he looks like as you approach and he turns around to look at you. You can see the eyes.
Okay.
It's hard to tell from a distance whether it is him or not. As you approach, you're fairly confident.
Airdoc. Is that you?
Narrows his eyes and looks back at you.
Airdoc, we need to talk. I'm about to leave, but I can't go without speaking to you first.
What is it?
I know something happened last night, and it wasn't normal. I can't explain it right now. In fact, I don't even know exactly what happened. But I need you to know that wasn't me.
He kind of sighs a little and relaxes. His stance kind of relaxes a little bit. It was a little bit more tense when you came up. What happened yesterday was dangerous. Several of ours got hurt, injured. Some of the young ones could have died. I think. Make an insight check.
Oh no.
You got this. Easy.
You always make me do the wisdom checks.
First roll of the holiday season. Natural 1.
11.
Not bad.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. You have to tell me. Does that pass or fail your check?
I mean, it fails.
So
But-
then.
What does that mean?
He's using his magic powers.
What the heck?
Oh. That was a 1. So it's a 12.
That still fails.
But I don't expend it.
Yes. You can tell that there's a little bit more, like, he wants to say something, but he's not quite sure how to phrase it properly. But he kind of holds off and says,
I can change.
try to, whatever that was, if it happens again, your friends will not hesitate to put you down. I hope you know that.
I know I can trust them. And they
Did
can
they
trust
tell
me.
you what happened?
I have an idea of what happened. All I can say is right now it's probably best that I leave while I figure this out, but I will still help Freedom Hold. And maybe it's better this way.
As to, he kind of nods and just turns away.
The headgear makes the song.
That's super serious.
Sorry.
As, he kind of just nods his head and turns away.
Oh, well, I hope we can meet again in better circumstances. And turn around and walk off.
As you're walking away, he says, if that blade ever finds its way back home, you know what to do. You gave his weapon back, right? The short sword.
We gave all his weapons back.
We
when
deemed
he
it
came
not
to-
a threat.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bitch boy.
Meanwhile, is there anything you all want to do downstairs before Harkonnen comes back?
Do they have any apples here?
Who are you asking? There's nobody really around.
Do they have any
apples?
You haven't seen any apples
Okay,
around
that's
to
fine.
eat. Around
If we-
here in
if we
particular.
pass-
there were no apples at the feast yesterday. There were no apples
Okay,
at the tower.
if we
yesterday.
happen to go through a
But-
ward that is selling some sort of food or has some vegetables or fruits, I would like to stop.
It's like a reoccurring
I
theme
still
every
have the apple
so-
that you gave me. It's a little bruised from playing with little
Oh, please,
ones.
that was a gift. Feel free
Are
to
you
keep
sure?
it. Yes, please.
It's like it's gross and bruised and like slimy. You
It,
really don't
it
want
looks great.
It has
Okay.
like a bite mark in it from an Hoku.
Hoku.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Please,
I
please
forgot
keep
about
that for Hoku.
Okay. Okay.
Only the
Here.
best for Hoku.
Don't worry, I have some.
He
for
takes
you
another
later.
bite. As you all are looking, like, this is a small purplish dragon that's just sitting on her shoulders. None of you have ever seen or heard of any creatures like this, except in myth and legend. But this seems like a much smaller version of something like that.
I mean, I never saw an Ankh until yesterday.
It seems domesticated.
As he like nuzzles into me.
I think it looks normal. I have a metal dog. She has a purple thing.
Purple thing.
Purple thing.
Arkmir, you make your way down. The rest of you kind of see him coming downstairs. You pick up the cart,
Yep.
trudging out into the road. Where y'all headed?
That path that you said, so kind of that sounds funny, but no, actually, like we'll head towards like kind of the outside to get towards that corner
Basically, the
where
path
Flag is.
that you took to get here.
Sure, yeah.
eventually. It's,
Yeah.
It's easy enough to follow the same path back.
No, we're probably okay.
Oh.
Wait, okay, no. The on-kegs, are they gonna go after Hoku or your little one?
No, we have
Little
Time
one
no,
is
no.
he can handle an on-gag.
Timund is the bait.
Timon, you're the bait.
So we went through like Ward 7.
Yeah, we
I didn't trust you.
We're on like the outskirts to get to like the corner of 7 and 5, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
So we'll essentially take the same.
Oh yeah, we'll just be on the lookout for. Make sure we keep an eye out, at least while we're still in Ward 8, for any other on-keg attacks.
Every now and then, as we're walking, I'm going to, like, every maybe like 20 minutes or so, I'm just going to go to the ground and put my ear to the ground to see if I feel like any vibrations or hear anything.
You probably feel me.
First up, what's the marching order?
Oh.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
all
guess
about
I'm somewhere near the front as fast as I can take,
Okay.
just because I'm leading us.
Right.
Like these guys probably don't. I guess you kind of knew the way. You would potentially know the way because you've been in Ward 1. These guys haven't been in Ward 1, so.
Well, you're not
I
currently
know.
going. This is just for the Ward 8 section of the travel.
I'd be towards the back.
Wherever the cart is, I am. So if it's near the front, it's near the front. If it's near the middle, it's near the middle. It wouldn't be near the back, I'm
Are you
guessing.
both trailing behind the cart or in front of the cart?
I will be beside the cart.
I'll be trailing just behind it because then I take extra time to lay on the ground and listen.
Actually, I'll be in front.
Yeah, I'll probably be behind the cart, but I'm not moving as slow as the person who keeps going to the ground.
True. Okay.
So maybe
cart
big one.
and
Yeah. Time is just
Arkmir,
laying on the cart.
Arkmir, Timon,
Steve,
big one.
And,
Yeah.
Kelthir.
Sure, we'll be pleasantly in the middle.
All right. And then whoever's like you were helping to lead the way.
Yep.
Make a survival check to see if you can
Do I get
remember
it?
the road back.
Okay. Oh no. I get advantage. Is that right?
Why?
There's just an A beside it.
Yeah, you
So
get
it's survival. It's probably a Loxodon in feet, to be
Oh.
honest with you. Because I have all the other ones which go to smell.
It's like
is it
Kelthir's
based on-
cheater thing.
Let me just quickly read. I don't think it's. Oh no! The reason it's there is because I'm guessing this doesn't involve smell. Natural 1.
Was someone helping you? I guess Arkma, you were
Were you
also
helping
in the
me?
lead.
I'm also
You
leading
can
the
either
way.
give him
so-
advantage, or you can make a survival
I
check.
can't roll 2 1s in a row, can I? Oh
Go for it.
no!
Do you have survival?
I bet survival.
Oh,
I have 0.
Me too.
Oh,
great.
5. Natural 1.
yeah, I would have rolled much better.
Yeah.
7.
For the first little bit, the way's pretty straightforward. There's really only one road. You find your way back onto the road. You start
Honestly,
heading
there
west.
was something I was going to do which might distract me as well.
Yes. You start heading west, and about an hour or so in,
That's the wrong way.
you get distracted.
Oh no. Astra, I notice your little friend there has the name Hoku, and well, I have a very normal name, and my father told me to give my creation's name, but I couldn't seem to. I don't know many names, to be honest with you, and I only came up with the little one. I actually would think he would prefer a real name if you.
My answer is yes.
Would you like
Yes.
to help? Okay. Take your time. It's a very special
God.
one.
Okay. I need to know more about him. Tell me everything you know about him, and I'll find the perfect name.
I made
I take out a
him.
bond.
He's a dog.
Okay, dog.
He's made of metal.
Made him.
He likes apples. He makes a good cup of tea.
I start just naming off things I'm good at. I created him, so he should be able to do the same things.
He's really a wonderful friend.
Friend.
And he's been alive since yesterday. Yesterday.
Alive.
He circle the first letter for all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would be more than happy if you seem to have many names. Potentially we give him something new.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to consult my research. I'm gonna look through my books. I'm gonna find
okay.
the perfect name, and it's gonna tie everything together. Dog made him metal, apples, tea, friend, live yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need some time to look in my books.
That is okay. In the meantime, we will keep trugging along.
So as we're-
Astra's eyes are just
Wait,
like
wait,
glowing.
wait.
She's so happy.
Yep.
Big one.
Yes.
Did you say that he eats apples?
I gave him one yesterday and he seemed to like it.
Oh, can you show me that trick?
Here.
Thank you. I only had one left and I sometimes get hungry on a long journey, so...
Catch.
Oh, perfect.
And then I'll take the apple with a bite. I'll break off a little piece and hand it back. This is for Hoku. And then I will just hand it to the metal dog.
It just jumps away at it for a little bit.
See? He loves it.
Follows it.
It actually ingests
He
it?
actually swallows it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Wow.
gonna go up to the little
That's
one
very
and
impressive.
see. Is there an exit hole anywhere?
Probably not.
No, probably.
I did not make a butthole.
Question.
Yes.
So what happened? What
As you're
happens?
make an investigation check.
Investigation.
He's gonna bite your
Are you
hand off.
investigating for the butthole?
She did not find the butthole.
I have +4 too.
You look around and you can't tell what happened to the apple.
Interesting. I make a note of that in my head, and I'm going to kind of pay attention over the next few days to his smell to see if he starts to smell like rotting.
Sure. You ask me again in a day or two.
Okay, so while they've been kind of talking and doing that, and we've been walking, I'm being very observant, looking around. Do I recognize where we are? Like, do these buildings look familiar based on where we came through here last time?
Do I realize I'm lost?
Yes, yes. Am I like, wait a minute.
That's not
Oh.
good.
That is actually perfect.
That
Yeah.
was the answer to the
The
question.
music
Yeah,
is
that answers
wonderful.
the question. About you look around, you don't recognize any of the buildings that are around this area. You do remember, like, the way in was definitely like there were fields.
Yeah.
You went over the fields to get to a road, turn left, and then just keep following that road through like the winding alleyways, and mostly just stick to that.
Okay.
That was you've been following that route
Roughly been doing
roughly, but you don't recognize any of the buildings around the area where you're at.
Was there any like major? I guess maybe it's a question for us. If there's a major landmark.
On the way to here, or to the town, you were in a fairly crowded region. There were a lot of people milling about, there were stalls, there were stands, there was
And
a
it's
lot
like
of
the middle of the
activity
day
in
right
general.
now. Yeah.
Around the same-ish time when you were making your way through, this part of town looks fairly dead. Not many people around. Most of the houses here seem to be boarded up, abandoned.
I'm gonna kind of go to the front where you guys are. Are you sure we're heading the right way? I don't remember coming through here, and everything seems to be boarded up.
I'm pretty sure this is the right way to go.
Last time we came through here, this was a much more populated area, or at least the way we came through was more populated. This doesn't look familiar.
Should we turn around?
I've got. I have an idea.
So the one landmark that you are familiar of in this entire ward is the spire.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to tell. As you look up and you look through the alleyways to try and get an angle of it, you are headed directly towards it. If you follow this route straight up. You were
So we
supposed to be
got
going
turned.
the other way around.
So we got turned around.
Essentially. So you were supposedly trying to go west,
Yeah.
which was the right way.
Okay. And the
You
spire
ended
was
up
north?
going more north.
Okay, so we kind of went like that.
Yes.
Okay.
We should always just be able to keep the spire at a certain point.
Well, if there's a
we're
building right in
wrapping
front of
around
us,
it.
we wouldn't be able. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are getting dangerously close to the spire.
We. I don't think we want to be heading towards this.
Oh,
Um,
oh my! We seem to have. Oh no! We seem to have gotten turned around somehow.
I think perhaps where we are right now, is there so if we can like see that we're heading in that direction, is there like any kind of major road or roads that are going west that we can pivot over to?
Yeah, probably. It isn't very hard to follow.
Okay. I think at this point we definitely want to head west. Any further north and we're getting way too close, and what the people are telling us, we don't want to get close to that spire.
Kelty, you seem to have a keen sense of direction. Would you mind staying up here?
Sure. I mean, I'm only as familiar as the rest of you of this area, but I mean, I'll try to remember the best I can.
Sure, yeah. I apologize for getting us lost. I was distracted.
I
No,
did
no
not
worries.
help in any way here, so let's
Okay. Oh yes.
Let's,
just tell me where to turn
figure
the
this
cart.
out.
Let's start by heading right over here. We'll turn here.
Okay.
And yeah, take whatever if it looks like it's further ahead to turn left, we won't go further ahead. We'll
So
pivot
you back up,
backwards.
you
Yeah.
pivot backwards.
Probably not gonna.
You spend another 10-15 minutes trying to find a way back to the west. Make a survival check. And also roll a d8 for me.
At the same time.
Well, do both first. Do both. It doesn't matter which order you do it in.
Okay. 11 for the survival and a 5 for the D8.
Oh boy.
That's good.
How's your seat in the cart?
Actually-
Can I join you in there? I'm
I had better
scared.
survival than you guys, but I didn't roll well.
Wait,
did
did
you
you,
roll
you
on
rolled a
the
new survival check?
11.
11.
Yeah, you're just
Am I able to
lounging
to
there
help on this
asleep.
one?
I think you are helping. Yeah, you can.
You know, do you want to give me advantage or do you want to roll?
He has good
What's your
wisdom.
Plus 3.
Okay, I can add one of my
Oh yeah, you can do that. So
Ooh.
yeah, definitely go for it.
7.
Wait,
That's not gonna be
wait.
great. That's 12.
It's one better.
And we're good.
Daddy, can you hear me?
Well, actually, I need you to tell me if that was good or not, because
It was not enough, but
okay, so I keep it. I keep it.
that power is going to get very annoying very quickly.
Yeah. Well, now you'll know just to tell me.
Yeah. It's just whether or not he expends
It's
it.
just because there's levels of success and failure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected
How
that.
well
If you want to improve it, you can. It's not the best possible result, but it's up to you.
Oh, I've already
He already
like rolled
did.
it.
Oh,
And that was
yeah.
what it was.
I don't like these.
5?
It's okay. He's
White
already in a
dragon.
cart. He can just pull out thunder and just start shooting people.
Yeah, that's it.
He doesn't need to
That's true.
move.
That's true.
Yeah. Timon is our like tank.
Yeah.
He's, like not tank as in like the person who takes most
He's
damage.
literally a
like,
tank.
He's like an army tank.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
he
just sitting in the
literally is a
cart and it's
tank,
like boom, boom, boom.
Roll me around.
Exactly.
Yeah, just ah!
We need to get him one of those battle wheelchairs.
Yeah, the
But-
one in campaign 2.
You start to make your way through the
While
street.
they're carrying me around discussing about the way there's two things that Tywin does. One is he reloads Thunder because he had fired a shot at Tirana the night before and during the fight. So he reloads the weapon. And then he spends most of the rest of the time just watching his picture of Anya and just looking at it.
He's finding all the information he wrote about your dice roll 5.
Literally
Yeah.
not. Where is that?
What was the name of that white dragon? Hold
Yeah.
on. Oh yeah, here it is.
How did I completely lose this?
I believe in you.
There it is. Alright. So, you start to make your way further. You basically, part of it is you're trying to head west. The other part, as you recall that you're trying to head towards a more crowded part, you start to pay closer attention to where noise and foot traffic and voices are coming from. And they tend to lead you towards the direction that you're headed. Away from this fire. Your focus is primarily just
Away
to get
from this
away
fire,
from this
yeah.
fire. And you end up following these voices. You come to a plaza of sorts within this ward that's been set up.
Not the plaza we were at before, though.
Not the same plaza.
Okay.
You've never been to this place before. There's quite a few buildings that are set up. There's a lot of shops almost that have been set up. There's people around. In the middle of this plaza, this fountain, there's a large pillar that's sticking out of the ground. Vertical, almost like a vertical column of sorts, like an ionic column. There's a few benches scattered around it. It seems to be a sort of a shrine of worship of some sorts.
Okay.
There's people, you see somebody dressed in holy garb kind of standing there, delivering a sermon about the figures as you approach. It's a human an older human male, like balding head. There's a couple of people. There's a tiefling, dwarf, and a half elf woman who are just sitting on one of these benches listening to the sermon. And the preacher is talking about the importance of coming together and community and helping to, contributing and doing our part to help the Lord recover and grow and be unique, be successful. Even though we are downtrodden and we may be, in rough spots and we're having to really pitch in together, the importance of working together to build something greater than each of us is, and it just goes on and on and on about that. There are a few shops and, 1 second. The big one. You are immediately drawn by smell to apples. There's a fresh fruit stand nearby.
Before we're getting too close, really quickly, even before you go to run off, do I see anybody around that are wearing like the razor blade garb, like the...
Make a perception check.
So yes, it just depends if Calthier notices.
13.
Can I help?
You can. Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
Yep.
At disadvantage?
If you all wouldn't mind stopping for a moment, there seems to be some very fresh fruit nearby, and I could really use a stock.
Ooh, me too.
Oh, perfect.
Koku would like some.
Perception for me was 12.
Okay.
I don't really, most of them are wearing, them around their wrists. The last ones that you saw before, they were wearing them around their wrists. You can't really tell; it's too small. You can look around. There's some people wearing bracers, but you can't tell whether there's anything on them or not.
I was just curious of that's fine.
There's nothing immediately obvious. There's not a sign anywhere that says this is Razor's territory.
Yeah. right now, I kind of assume that they like to flaunt.
Yeah.
They're like, look at me. So if I don't see that right away, it's like, okay.
I just had a thought, however. You're all relatively small. Perhaps I shouldn't leave the cart unattended. Would one of you be willing to go buy me some apples?
I can get some. How many would you like?
Can someone please accompany you? We shouldn't split up by any means.
I've got Hoku.
Okay.
But no,
I'll go with
someone
Astra.
Come with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
If possible, I would like 12 apples.
12.
And I'll give you a gold. I don't know how much they are, but tip them very handsomely.
I'll let you know how much it is.
Okay.
I'll keep an
Thank
eye
you.
on him.
Would you like anything, Timon, from the fruit stand?
Oh no, he got out.
That played out exactly.
Do they sell beer at the fruit stand?
You can look around.
Sorry, I don't think you guys are listening to me. Can I get, hey Astra, can I get
What?
6, please?
6.
6 what?
6
Ales.
ales. 6 beers, probably. I think.
6 apples, but if you find ale, I want some.
Okay.
6
That
ales.
my gold should cover his apples.
Okay.
Here's the gold.
And please buy whichever else you would need. I don't think it will cost that much, but if it does cost more, please let me know.
Okay, let's go. We're going shopping.
You make your way over to this vegetable and fruit stand.
I'm just looking.
I'm just listening to the preacher to see if I can get a gauge of maybe what deity they're speaking about.
Make a religion check.
Wow, it's very gospel in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calthier found
Yeah,
himself.
Based on your knowledge of the gods, this seems like a very straightforward relationship to Keston, the builder. It's pretty straightforward to tell that that's
Otherwise known
probably
as Bob.
Otherwise known as Bob. Formerly known as Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, the god that these guys would love. Okay.
Oh yeah, you too.
I'm just listening. I'm curious.
Where are we with relation?
Oh no.
Astra.
Were we with
With
relation to the plaza?
You're just like near the entrance of it, essentially, like one of the several streets that comes into the plaza. You're just at the cusp of it, and this pillar is almost like built on the southwest side of it. So like across from you, you're coming from north now.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
So we're at the apple stand now?
you're at the opposite end of the plaza. There's like fruit stands and different shops and stuff that have been set up just around the perimeter of the plaza.
Can we still see these guys?
Yeah, you can see them. They're just hanging out like near the road that comes into the plaza. Essentially, they're not coming further in unless you want to.
Are they within 30 feet?
Probably, maybe.
Okay. Is there like different colors of apples? Is there just one type of
Blows up the apples.
Both of you guys.
There's only one type of apple,
Okay.
but there are varying qualities of it.
Okay.
How many are there?
Probably like a few dozen.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Awaken
You want to
Mind.
count all of the apples?
Just be like, how much will 1 gold get me?
The man who approaches you, like nods.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Haven't seen anyone like you before. A dozen will run you about 5 silver.
That's a lot of apples.
2 dozen, yeah.
I'll take 2 dozen. Let's go. I only wanted 1.
Is there anything else I can? As you're holding up, are you holding up the coin?
Yep.
Or is he like? Is there anything else that you would want? Any other fruits? We've got some peaches here. We got a fresh crop of bananas. They just came in. Everything is at least a day old because we had to bring it from one of the other wards. But
Astro, would you like anything?
the freshest that you'll find in this ward.
You'll give us only the freshest apples, though, right? From this.
Oh,
bunch?
for sure.
You promise?
I promise.
All right. I'm gonna cast Awaken Mind and just kind of update Big One.
Yes.
So I can speak telepathically to him within 30 feet. Big One, we got the apples. Making sure we're getting the best ones. And I just look over.
The man looks over as well. And he like starts like preparing a bag. He's got like a paper bag that he's like just picking out apples and putting them in.
Hoku, what do you want? And then I just like let him like jump down onto the fruit stand and like go to whatever he wants.
What is that
Pick
creature?
something out. It's Hoku.
Is that a lizard?
Sure, yeah. He likes fruit.
No.
But
you
he's-
can see like Hoku just kind of nuzzles around, finds a peach, and just bites into it.
Oh, good boy.
We'll take a dozen of the peaches.
Okay.
Do you want anything else, Hoku?
Hoku's very much just digging into this peach. I think
Just
it might be the first time he's ever had a peach, and so he didn't know that there was a pit inside.
Oh.
And then he like finds it and it's like starts to like gnaw at it, and then he just swallows the pit. Then it starts to
Nope.
choke.
Hoku, I pat him on the back.
He turns and just
Dead.
like coughs up. He coughs up the pit right on top of a pile of bananas.
Oh, good boy. That's better.
I guess we'll get a dozen of those bananas as well, and we'll settle it here.
You see, he just picks up the bananas with like the
Oh,
tip on
God.
it,
Peach guts on it.
puts it on in a different bag, and hands you. You now have 3 bags of fruit.
How much will this all be?
Well, let's see. 2 dozen apples, 1 dozen bananas, 1 dozen peaches. That's about 2 gold total.
We will give you 1 gold. Hang on.
1 gold for the 2 dozen apples.
Just facts.
No, never mind. I have to cast a thing for that. I'm not doing that. 1 gold for. Huh?
It was 1 gold for 2 dozen apples.
I've
We
got-
will give you 2 gold, and we're not going as silver
Here you go, sir.
higher.
Sorry for the trouble.
Thank you.
Thank you,
No,
kind
it's
sir.
it's not often that you get to see people such as yourselves. Are you 2 related? He looks from one to the other.
No.
Maybe.
This one?
You grab your bags of fruit a lot more than you expected. and turn around and make your way back to the cart. As you're heading over, there's a few other stalls that, seeing some new shoppers around, start shouting, "Wares for sale, pots and pans," or general goods and supplies, boxes, crates, leather skins, just all sorts of just people shouting out their wares, trying to get you to come over, while the preacher in the background is still droning on about his sermon.
Do we see any like potions or
Make a
magic
perception check.
items? Potions or magic items?
Do I hear anybody from the distance shout, "Gems, worth 100 gold pieces"?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Fucking fucker.
Whoa.
You said perception?
Yes.
4.
There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, the 3.
You gather that the only way to figure out what each stall is selling is to go to each one and ask them one by one by one. There's probably like a half dozen, like 6 or 7 shops.
I do exactly that. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna come back and hand off the apples.
Oh my, thank you so much.
How many apples did I get?
You'll have 18, unless you wanted some of the apples.
I
No,
know
we're
Timon
good.
asked
Yeah,
for some
so
apples.
18 for a big one, and then 6 for Timon.
Do you guys want any bananas?
Oh, bananas. They got bananas.
Yeah.
Yes, they want some bananas.
Here you go. Here's a couple.
18
And they're like
apples.
dripping in like peach
Peach
guts.
juice.
Yeah. Peach / Hoku.
Take the
inside.
clean ones out.
Yeah.
It's fine. They're peel. They're in a peel. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Astra, did I hear the guy up there saying that he sells out wares and pots and pans?
Yeah. You need something for cooking?
Would you mind asking if they have a brewer's kit?
You got it, buddy. I'm on it. Right gal for the
This guy
job.
wants to make his own goddamn beer.
Hey, here's a couple of gold. And I think there's 2 gold.
Okay.
Cal, don't mind Cal here. He tried swallowing a peach pit just like
Oh
Hoku.
my god.
What is this thing in the middle of the beach?
Why would they do this?
I should have warned him.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not inhale your drink. I'm alright.
I ran over to the place that was selling pots and pans, and Alyssa actually forget what he said, but
Brewer's kit.
La, la, la.
So he can make some mead.
I would like some Bruce la la la.
You walk over to this other shop, and there's
Ooh
this
la
nice,
la.
nice old lady who's kind of sitting there, and her son was the one who was barking out that like there were supplies. They have like you don't really know what is involved in a brewer's kit,
No idea.
what sort of stuff you would need.
Right woman for the job.
No, he can count on me. And I cast
got you a bunch of
Awakened
pots.
Mind to Timon. Like, I got you, buddy. Just from afar.
Yeah, you're
You
not
got
getting
this.
a brewer's kit.
Hello, fine woman.
Yes.
I'm looking for one brewer's kit, please.
Oh, yes, I have something down here. She reaches down and she pulls out this like small box. Looks like about yay big.
Okay.
It has a bunch of like, it's closed, but she opens it, and inside there's like a bunch of different like beakers, test tubes.
This
Just
is
like
a
a
fun...
chemist kit, like a chemistry kit,
Okay.
like a kid's chemistry kit.
This is the nicest brewer's kit I've ever seen. But do you have anything in the back? You know what I mean?
She looks behind at the wall behind the shop. No, I'm sorry, dear.
Okay. How much for this brewer's kit?
10 gold, please.
Oh, fuck. You're a little shy.
Hold up.
You know, I'm sure she can find
Oh,
quite
no.
the nice
What?
brewer's kit for 2 gold.
Is she gonna stab this one or what's happening?
No.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
I don't know if I want to waste a spell this early in the game, but I kind of want to use this spell.
Do it.
I
What
mean,
would
what else
Astra
would
do?
use it?
Not Alyssa.
I
What would
know.
Astra do? Astra
Astra.
wouldn't care about a spell.
I'm casting Distort Value.
Whoa, that's a thing?
Yep.
They're good, eh? Little sugary biscuit cookies.
What does the store value?
Distort Value. Do you need to squeeze a few more gold pieces out of a merchant as you try to sell that weird octopus statue you
poor old
liberated
lady.
from the Chaos Temple? Do you need to downplay the worth of some magical assets when the tax collector stops by? Distort Value has you covered. You cast this spell on an object no more than 1 foot on a side,
Yep, that's
Yeah,
how big
it's,
this is.
yeah, toolkits are pretty
doubling the object's perceived value by adding blah blah blah,
I-
or having it.
Reducing
Reducing it.
Or
You
how-
want to
So
reduce it?
while
Reducing
Astra's
it.
doing this, I'm gonna look at Timon and be like, "Whoa, Timon, we haven't really gotten the pleasure to know each other, but I do have the ability to create any tools needed for the job. But I hope Astra finds what you're looking for." I actually can create whatever I want.
Do I
So
overhear
the
that?
spell makes
I guess it would
essentially
be
as you
what it is.
cast the spell, trying to hide it from her.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to notice. So like illusory like marks and dents and scratches appear on the box that make it look as though it's more damaged and
Oh, this poor
in
old
lower
I
and
know.
worse shape than it was before.
She was so happy to
Yeah.
show
You
it.
still have to
Yeah.
persuade her to like haggle for it.
Astra's
Oh.
a jerk.
Oh, I don't know though. It looks a little broken.
Oh, but I'm sure it's
No,
in
there's dust
perfectly
all over it.
it's in perfectly fine working
Is that a
condition.
spider inside the beaker?
Ah, like almost pushes it towards you. The mention of the spider. You
Alright,
I'll give it to you for 5 gold. 5 gold. That's no lower than that.
I mean,
That's 50%.
probably gonna have to put some repairs into it.
5 gold.
But you know what? I'll take it. I'll do you a favor here. I'll take it off your hands.
All right. And then she like holds out her hand and like pushing the box away from her.
Thank you. And then I take the spider and I give it to Hoku to eat.
There's no real spider in there.
Oh yeah.
It's an
I
illusory
believe
spider.
it. So well.
You hand over the 5 gold and she like pockets it. Good day.
Thank you. Bye. Have a wonderful day.
Good day.
You just paid for a kit that you don't even know is a real kit.
Yep.
Yep.
You can put
Spell.
down in your supplies a children's chemistry kit.
Excellent.
Oh man, I can't wait to say hand it off. Now the question is, do you get the 5
That
gold
is perfect. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to tell him that it was. You know, what I'm going to do, because I really want to impress him and make him proud, I'm going to go back with the child's chemistry kit. Timon, I got you a good deal. Here you go. I got them down to half price.
Oh.
Here's one of your golds back.
Oh my.
What?
Oh.
Oh, Astra, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I open the box.
And inside is a chemistry kit that you think you remember Anya playing with when she was younger.
I did good, right?
There's like a beaker, there's like a test tube, there's like a
my.
pipette, like a dropper.
That's
I
for
would
your
know it's a
ales.
chemistry kit too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I look at it. I look at Astra feeling like so proud. Like, you did good.
Yes.
You did good.
Told you, I was the gal for the job. You can count on me.
My.
Thank you, Astra. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Big one. Should we go?
Kelthier, did you
4
need
gold.
anything from this market?
I just do a quick scan. Can I tell if there's like a
Oh.
tailor who maybe was like selling?
Yeah, there definitely is at least like a clothier shop. There's
Yeah.
probably like a few, mostly like sheets or like simple shirts, simple cloths hanging from the stall, like laid out.
Okay. I don't particularly need anything, but I'd like to go have a word with someone over there. I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. Would you like to take an apple?
I'm okay right now. Thank
Oh, okay.
you.
Shake the whole thing again.
And I'm just gonna go over to.
I have
I'm gonna
17
walk over to that.
apples. I have 18 because I had one.
that,
Just turn to the count.
I guess
Yeah.
person who's set up with.
How did you gain one?
I had one left for my first
There's
bushel,
a.
and then he bought.
You
me
walk
18.
over to the stall. It's like fairly simply set up, but there's like clothes draped on it, shirts, the larger, almost like curtains.
Yeah.
He played pretty good work.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up like kind of like one of the shirts and just kind of pull it close and look at it and just see how good it, like how well the stitching is done and how well it's made.
It's fairly ordinary. Nothing super fancy, but it's good quality work. Would survive if like rains or hard work for a while, probably.
Right.
As you're kind of examining it, a woman kind of comes out from the side and looks at you. May I help you with something? She's half elven. You can see the pointed ears. Like her hair's tied up into a bun, wearing like a smock and like some gloves.
Right. Did you make all this yourself?
Yes, I did.
Oh, it's quite impressive. Have you been making these tailoring for long?
She's just looking at you and like staring at you for a bit. She like shakes her head. Yes. For a few years now.
That's quite impressive for only a few years.
It was more of a side business until I came over here, and then there's nothing else much to do over here, so decided why not put some of my skills to work.
What were you doing before this then?
Oh, just my husband used to work, and I was just around the house, keeping house.
Oh, so this is...
He passed away a few months ago.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Is this, did you teach yourself how to do this then?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow, that's, well, good job. I'm curious, how much do these, this shirt, how much does this typically go for?
A full set of clothes is probably around 5 silver.
Music.
Well, I'm not actually interested in purchasing anything. However, I do appreciate the work that you're doing and want to tell you to keep it up. And I think that more people should acquire this skill. So I'll just take 5 silver and put it on the table and say, keep up the good work. And
well, I can't just take your money. Here, she like starts digging through a pile of things, and she pulls out like a small steel like loop of thread.
Ooh.
She like hands it to you. Here, at least take this in exchange. You look at it, and the thread seems to almost shimmer. In some ways.
Fucking magic thread.
Magic thread.
It's made of it's reinforced with some of the electro steel that's found around here. It's very commonly used here because it's very cheap. But you seem like you're not from around here. It might be.
You could use it.
It might hold some novelty for you, especially if you're interested in some of this, selling business.
you're sure this is not a...
Oh yes,
value to you?
it's by all means it's worth less than what you paid me already.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you ever end up making anything, feel free to. I would be interested in seeing what other more experienced or different tastes. I can tell by your garb that you're a man of excellent fashion. I would be very interested in seeing what you make next.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if I'll be around this area again. Everything is a little bit up in the air, but
For sure.
I will say I hope you don't give up the trade, and it would be good if you could help others, teach them. Have a good day. And I walk away.
You walk away.
Alright. I got some
Returning
electro
back.
steel thread.
Yes.
Well, if everybody's done shopping, I think it's good that we keep up the pace.
You start making your
Before
way.
we go, DM, is there anyone eyeing us, eyeing the card? Like
So you all made some perception checks at the start when coming in here. I'm just gonna go with that. You don't see anyone. Nothing has really changed over the past like 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
So you start heading west again,
Yeah.
away from this fire.
Yeah.
And following the more like lively streets, trying to stick to the streets where there's more people. It takes you some time to get back, but you do eventually recognize the road that you traveled in on.
Yep.
You recognize the road that the savvy tradesman, the tavern that you were on, was on. Even as you're walking past in that direction, you see some roadblocks that have been set up near the side where
Oh,
they
I
have been
died
pulled
there.
out. They were pulled out in front of the tavern, and you walk past the tavern that you spent the night at. And it's almost near sunset. As you make your way in towards 7 proper, you start to get into the ward with, you start to see lights off in the distance, you start to see people, it's lively, there's restaurants that you start to walk past, lively tables have been set up outside, homes, not the most sophisticated or fancy homes, simple cottages mostly. Fairly congested, not super crowded. There's some taller buildings, even some that you now recognize as apartment complexes, but shorter than the ones that you saw in Ward 8. But you are just on the cusp of Ward 7 as the sun starts to set. And it's been a long day of travel, longer than you expected.
Yeah. Perhaps we find a place to eat and rest for the evening. I'm not really sure where we could go with the cart, but
Are you saying we've already passed the tavern we stayed at? Or
Savvy merchant.
Okay.
Yep.
That was
You
an
wanted to
8,
get
right?
out of Ward 8.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
a crime
Yeah.
scene.
So we're now definitely in 7.
You are definitely in Ward 7. It's lit. It's very lively. There's a lot of people around.
We've been in word.
We came
You
from
walked
Ward
through
seven.
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we? I don't remember seeing.
You didn't stay here before.
Okay. We
No,
just
I just wrote more lively, happy, busier through the evening.
It was probably a solid like 3.5 hours from here to the Savvy Merchant where you did stay in.
Okay.
Right.
So we've been traveling for quite a while.
Okay.
So wait, what time is it
So there
now?
was a Savvy
approximately?
Merchant that you got a
Like
ride
sunset.
to.
Yeah.
It took like 3.5 to 4 hours
Approaching
to get
sunset.
to
Where
here
we are
from
now.
there.
Yeah.
And then from here it was like another 30 minutes to an hour to get to Ward 8.
Sure.
Wasn't
The
Savvy
Savvy
merchant word
Tradesman.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
her
were
second
the
place.
sister-
No, the
sister
new
one.
branch. The new
Yeah.
branch was the Savvy Tradesman.
Oh, that's word 8.
Yeah,
that's
Basically.
Ward 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, what time is it now? You were saying like
Just past sunset. The
just
sun is
past
set.
sunset. Okay.
You can keep trying to push it to make your way back to either Ward 5 or to get to Ward 1. Ward 1, it would probably take you a solid like
Yeah, I don't think
6
Oh,
or 7
that
hours
would- yeah.
to get there. And you'd have to go through the gate and all that stuff.
I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot more places to stay here because 5 is the market ward, so there's probably a lot more shops and shit there.
I believe if we wanted to, we probably could make it back to the Savvy Merchant. The only thing though is, last time we were there, I don't think Lydia exactly wanted us to have the cart there, and I don't know if she wants us to bring it back. It drew a lot of unwanted attention last time.
Then we have to go back like 3 hours. My feet hurt. I'm tired. Timon's been hogging the cart. I haven't even been able to take a nap yet.
I'm sorry, what?
It feels terrible. My arms hurt.
I was saying, perhaps we find a place here.
I thought you were saying go back to the Savvy Merchant.
No, I was saying we
This
probably...
is because I'm so tired and my feet hurt.
I was saying we probably could make it there, but it might not be the right idea.
I concur.
Unfortunately, we passed through here, but that's the extent I know of this
Well, I
ward.
don't know this ward either very much.
We passed through it like night or something. Was it?
It was like early evening, I think.
very
around that
lively.
time.
Yeah.
Lively.
It was
Oh
like
yeah,
early.
yeah, it was lively, and then it
Yeah.
kind of like puttered
That's what I
out.
wrote for it.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people walking about. You see a lot of kids. You see a lot of automatons on the street. These like mechanical constructions, go ferrying to and fro.
Do we see any other like inns of that sort?
Make a survival check.
Do we see any other carts being wheeled around, and are any of them? Do any of them look like they're made of some kind of metal?
You see a few carts, definitely. Most of them are not being pulled by a giant elephant. They're being
Weird.
pulled by.
I thought that was common.
I blend in, trust me.
14.
There's a couple of them that are being pulled by almost like small horse type creatures.
Oh, wait, actually, no. 11. Sorry, just
like,
11.
They're like small
They're
donkeys,
metal.
essentially. There's also a few others that are being pulled by mechanical constructs. And there's a few carts that you see moving about that are not being pulled by anything.
They're just moving on their
They're
own.
just moving on their wow.
Oh, how come we don't have that?
And do they look like they're metal in any way?
They're all made of
Electrosteel?
varying degrees of electrosteel. There
Okay.
are none that seem to be made of iron per se.
Question.
Yes.
What is, like, does electrosteel, does it look like...
It's brassy.
It's brassy?
Yeah,
Okay.
very much not iron.
Okay.
Very
Yeah, it's-
much lighter.
So it's like, it's
Yeah,
very,
much
like,
lighter.
at
It's
a
very immediate.
It's
first
like-
sight, you can tell
It's like
electrosteel.
bronze brass color, kind
Okay.
of. Yeah, you'd be able to tell the difference easily.
What you rolled a 14?
No, 11. 11.
At like the intersection that you're standing at, you look around, you don't spot any inns. You do see a few restaurants. You see
All
a
good.
restaurant called Grain and Roots.
Grenades.
That place sounds healthy and terrible.
You think we can,
Hey, we're a vegan.
if we need a place to stay... yeah.
Calthier would
Don't
be
eat
a
all of
vegan.
those, I want some.
Oh, there's
Right.
lots.
Oh, yeah,
Good.
there's plenty.
Oh, good.
Do you think we can talk maybe the owner of this place into letting us stay for the night? We've got food. Just,
Yeah, I mean...
Or at least point us in the right direction to an inn.
Yes.
yep.
Tybin?
This is a restaurant. How come we're going to sleep in a restaurant?
The chairs are very comfortable.
You do see a sign that's just blinking in the window that's saying open 24 hours.
Magic.
I'm just gonna go in anyways. I'll go to the Grain and Roots.
It's got there's a few fairly nice seats inside. It's like dimly lit. They've got some nice paintings on the wall of like grassy fields and trees. A woman kind of walks up to you. She's like formally dressed. Yes, can I help you?
Hi, man. I'm Arkmir.
He's back, baby. We did it.
She's holding like a menu, so she doesn't like stick out her hand.
I just like awkward, like pat her hand there.
She giggles a little.
Me and my friends outside. We're looking for a place to stay tonight. Could you happen to point us in a direction of an inn?
Yes. There's a couple here, and if you go out and follow the road and take the third left and then take a right, you'll find like a small dug-in sort of pool type place. You'll go downhill a little bit. Their entrance is a little bit below grade, called the Sunken Coghouse.
Oh, is that in the direction of Ward 5?
No.
No. The other way?
No.
But
It's
not too far from
closer
here.
to. It's like to the northeast. somewhere.
Cog house?
No, cockhouse.
Yeah.
Sunken cockhouse.
The Sunken Coghouse.
That's all I hear.
Yeah.
Or if you're looking for somewhere a little bit more upscale, if you just go straight on this northern street and just go straight up north, in the direction of towards the spire of Ward 1, there's a small expensive establishment called, or upper scale establishment called the Oasis.
That's definitely a
Whoa.
sex bar.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Toronto has one of those.
Fuck.
You know it to be true.
Damn it.
You've
You
heard of
need to
it.
rename
Yeah.
that now.
Yeah. I think there's a sex
That's why
club in
it's
Toronto
upscale.
called the Oasis. Yeah. Or like Oasis pool
We go
bar
there,
or some
they'll
shit.
think we work
clean
there.
We are not sponsored or
Yet.
any such thing.
I'll go work my magic.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But those are the two. May I get you anything to eat?
Well, sorry, I didn't get your name.
I know you're getting a little too personal.
Karina, nice to meet you.
Oh, Karina. Well, Karina, what do
Would
you
you
have
like a
on
table?
what do you have on the menu today?
Our special today is leek soup, with a complement of barley salad, and with some grilled chicken on top.
All right. Well, let me go check with my acquaintances, and we'll be right back. Thank
How
you.
big's the door he's leaving in?
You can fit through that. The cart can't. But you can
shit.
get through that. Also, the restaurant is fairly empty on the inside. There's a few people sitting on the tables outside, but
Yeah.
the interior is fairly empty.
Okay. Oh, actually, before I leave, Karina, just one more favor. We have a. Actually, no, never mind. I'll just go back out and I'll let everyone know about the food and the inn. Turns out we've got two options for inns here. There's the Sunken Cog House, in, say the direction that you told us, or the Oasis, which is straight north towards the spire.
So we're talking about a cockhouse or an Oasis?
Third on the left, then take a right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
And in terms of food,
I don't even remember.
I mean,
Third on the left.
I thought it was third on the right with the left.
no, I think it was to the left and then a right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Third left
Well,
and then a right.
Yeah.
Did she say what the area was like? Like which of the two inns might be less suspicious bringing in a cart? Do we go to an upscale sex bar or a lower class cockhouse?
I think with our current situation, the lower class cockhouse.
All right. Did they offer any food?
They did. She's
Oh.
got, I guess, grilled chicken. Here you're a fan of. Some barley soup and, or barley, what?
Barley salad.
Barley salad and,
And
leek
leek
soup.
soup.
Yeah.
I thought you
No,
said
leek
they
salad
had
and
food.
barley soup.
Yeah.
That's not food.
It sounds terrible.
I agree with Timon.
Need some real food. Like
Not this one.
Not this one. This one likes his chicken.
He's already eaten two.
Well, is anyone hungry?
You haven't eaten all day, basically.
Very hungry. I've had one of my apples.
Meanwhile, Hoku has like big round belly
Yeah.
from all the peaches he's been eating.
Yeah.
He's like,
Do we want to look for something with food?
Before we go, Astra, come here. Let me ask you something.
yeah.
One time I saw you disguising yourself. You made yourself look like the big one or something. I'm wondering, are you able to disguise something? Like, would you be able to disguise this card as if it was one of these brassy looking ones?
Well, you see, Timon, you ask an interesting question. And the answer to said question is as such.
Look at the name of the spell.
No.
Does it face
That's
the
what I
mask?
thought.
South. She makes herself look like a cart.
They'll never
You
take
are
it if
the
there's
cart now,
no,
yeah.
they'll never take it if there's two.
That would be really cool, though. I should learn how to do that.
Alright.
Well, do we want to potentially go see what kind of housing we have for the evening before we get food?
But maybe we can get housing at the place where we get the food.
Well, this place that serves food doesn't appear to have lodging.
But
It would probably be best to figure out where we're going to stay and what we're going to do with the cart before it gets even later than it already is.
To the sunken
Agreed.
cog.
apparently we are going to the sunken cog.
Lower class cockhouse.
To the cock.
Good.
You follow the instructions, and you go straight. You take
Two
the
rights
third
to a
left, and then the right.
right.
And you immediately start to notice the road kind of like grade downwards, and you're going downhill a little bit. And at the bottom of the hill, you can see almost on its own, away from a lot of the other buildings,
I regret
there's a
my decision
large
already.
gear-shaped structure.
Oh, that's cool.
That's almost like you see the entrance into it. The cart almost, because you're going downhill, it becomes like a bit hard to control, and you have to like keep it behind you, like really make sure that you don't like
I got it,
swerve.
baby.
You got it.
Just let time
Yeah.
go.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, that's
Oh
nice.
fuck.
18.
Yeah.
I got it.
Ooh.
I got it. Don't worry.
Strong.
Strong
So
boy.
your shoulders and your like upper arms are really sore after a day of walking with
1
this.
point of exhaustion.
But you're used to carrying heavy things for a long extended
A
periods
lot
of
of
time.
stone.
Yep, you're fine. You're fine. As you make your way down, there's like a small area towards the right side of the building where there are other carts and stuff that have been set up there almost. None of them seem to be made out of iron, but seems like it's fairly common. There's a few with like animals tied to it. There's a few with like constructs that seem to be powered off. Seems fairly populated. As you enter through the door on the edge of one of these, the ends of the gear, it's a good spot to take a break.
Oh, ayo. Awesome.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back
about
in
5 minutes.
five-ish minutes.
To the cog house.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, and welcome back. We join our adventurers, the Storm Chasers, Storm Callers, still don't have a name. The group of adventurers.
The apple bushels of fruit.
Sure. In the Sunken Cog House, as you enter, you find yourself in a large, almost lobby of sorts. There's doors. The stretches all around in a ring, essentially. There's like a small desk in front of you. There's a man standing behind a desk. And there's tables scattered around, all around this lobby. And it goes around and it like curves left and right to both sides. It's like a ring of sorts. There's doors scattered around the outer side of the ring, as well as some doors behind the desk leading into like potentially a back. You don't know for sure. There's one man who's just sitting about. You see a few people sitting at the tables, having some food, relaxing. There's a bard that's playing a song off in the side.
Do we notice any people that look, I guess, dangerous in the sense that, like, the
Anybody
razor?
with, like, an iPad.
Make an insight check.
Anybody have a mustache?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Make an insight check if you profile everyone in this building immediately.
Terrible. Terrible.
I mean, everybody's kind of minding their own business. They're having like private conversations at most of the tables. You'd have to like know for sure. There's nothing immediately suspicious about anything happening here. Everybody looks kind of tired a little bit.
Okay. You just walk up to the. I assume there's a counter. Or...
Yep, there's a counter and there's a man that's standing behind it. And, like, just you look down. He's like working on a crossword puzzle. He rubs his nose a little. Looks up. Hello. Can I help you with something?
Hello, sir. I'm looking for accommodations for me and my 4 friends here.
Yes. We should have some rooms available. How many rooms are you interested in?
Someone want their own room? We'll do.
Are they large enough to fit more than myself?
Yes.
We have a couple for some larger folks. It might be a little bit more, but I'll see what I can do.
Oh, okay.
All right, then. Just 4 rooms, please.
4 rooms. Alright. That'll come up to. He does some like quick, slow mental math.
One a rider.
Math symbols floating everywhere.
Who's sharing a room?
No one is.
5
Everybody
silver.
with me.
He doesn't.
5
Altair
silver
doesn't
for
sleep.
tonight.
5 silver for the night. This place
5
is
silver.
trash.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, just hand
I don't know,
over.
it's a little pricey.
Do you wanna
Yeah,
Just
take
like
it.
lower the value?
if you want to just sit around, grab some food, I'll come by with the keys once I figured out which rooms are available for the night.
All right, we'll figure it out then.
This is very important. Do you have ale?
Yeah, we have some ale. There's one of the kiosks over on the. He points down the right side. Your right, his left. So one of the kiosks over on that side. There's a dwarf there by the name of Rytek.
Rytek.
He brings some ale and some alcohol libations.
Alcohol and beers?
Around. Huh?
What?
Libations. Around pretty often.
Okay,
He might have some. He might also have some food along with that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
If you're interested.
I'm very hungry.
Can I just DM, like, I just want to picture the fact, because you mentioned, like, the little kiosk. Is it like the gear with the little...
Yes.
That's so cool.
It's literally a gear-shaped building.
Wow.
You look around and like the hall that you're in, the main hall, it like rings out, so you can't see the opposite end. There's tables that are scattered around the ring, essentially, and apparently there's a kiosk off to the right. Out of the
Literally a
essentially.
sunken.
And there's like doors
Cog.
around this entire, around the entire edge.
And he's in the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. I get one of the whole bar
Right,
rooms
yeah.
to myself.
That's the larger
Yeah,
room.
the largest one.
Well, perhaps we should go find this kiosk and get some food.
What are we doing with the cart?
I'm still carrying it.
How did you get that in?
Oh my god.
Through the door.
Is there like a safe spot kind of out of... Like, I'm assuming there's a bunch around.
There's a bunch of carts that are scattered around the right side.
Is there any, like, shadowy places?
Do you have valet cart parking?
Yeah.
I didn't ask that.
When you ask, or just like,
Yeah.
he looks up as you mention the cart.
Yeah.
You have a spot outside, you can leave it there. It should be perfectly fine.
Do you have anybody watching them, or...
It's fairly safe around here.
Can I roll an insight check?
I'm also going to check on that.
Sure. Check.
It's a 16 plus...
I'm
16.
also-
Just a
Natural 20
Yeah.
for a total of 25.
Yeah, but I rolled 16.
He seems to be fairly honest.
Okay.
He doesn't seem
He
to
believes. He believes
I
that.
mean, we could keep, I don't know what to call my friend here. Do I keep calling him
I'm
the little
working
one
on
for
it.
now?
I'm just
Oh,
like,
that's
has to be the
there's no
perfect
right.
thing.
Little
I
one
still
for
look
now.
through my books.
Perhaps you could, for now, keep watch until we get settled, and definitely just alert us if anything comes up. Perfect. Thank you.
So yeah, I'll order the little one to at least keep watch of the cart for now until we get food and settled, and then we can decide what to do.
Alright. Good as I whispered you on Messenger.
Don't look.
It's just the address to Oasis.
This is the password.
Yeah,
like-
this is the password.
Yeah.
It's sunken cost.
Next week's password.
You send the dog.
Yeah,
The
just
dog
like to
kind of
sit
walks
outside,
over.
like outside the door. He doesn't need to like be on the cart, but if he can see it, and I'll just order him like
If anybody looks
There's
alarmed,
there's a few other constructs that are hanging around
Okay.
the area.
So
Like
it's kind of
they're-
it is
It
a
does
safe-ish.
kind of make sense.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
There are a few. They all seem to be in like low power mode.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
and just let me know if people are coming. That's all I need to know.
so-
Or not
we're
coming,
so
but you know what I
paranoid.
mean. Like
Yeah.
if they look like a
Just
threat
like,
to the
I
cart,
just want
trying
you
to
guys
take
to
it,
take
doing
control.
anything,
Like, just get
let
to
me
work,
know.
boy.
Yeah, but we're like super paranoid.
I'm gonna go onto the ground, listen to the ground. And just kidding.
Any rumbling.
Yeah, anything? Do I smell anything? I don't actually do that.
You walk around the right side of the ring, and you eventually come to a table fairly close to one of the stands over here, and you do see almost like a small bar set up on one of the walls here. There's a few kegs, there's a few bottles. There's a man at the bar who's the bar itself is shorter than normal. It's about dwarf height essentially. There's a man who's standing behind it with like a fiery red beard that's
Nice.
just like all bushy and scraggly. Got like a red mohawk almost. He's got like a scar down one of his eyes
Whoa.
and a bruise on his other.
Oh, wow.
And he's just looking. He just looks like he's in a bad mood.
oh, hello, sir. We were told that you might be carrying some food and some ale that we might be able to purchase.
He just stares back at you without
And I
saying
just
anything.
smile.
Ale, I got food's the other kiosk down there.
Oh, okay.
And he like points off.
I
to
don't
his-
actually
to his
want
right,
any ale.
to the left. And he turns around. How many mugs? How many pitchers? How many gallons you want?
Oh my. Timon?
I want 2 for myself.
Pitchers, gallons,
Fine.
mugs. What size?
Pictures.
2 pitchers.
I'm fine with a Stein.
A pitcher,
No.
a mug.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you make this ale?
Oh my goodness.
No.
Here we go.
You disappear.
Ask him
But I know who
Wrong
did.
person to ask.
Are they here?
Not here. in Ward 3.
I'll be back.
Okay. Well, I'm good. And I just walk over to the table.
All right. So 2 mugs, 2
Did
pitchers.
you make the ale?
I did not.
I don't want any.
There'll be three silver for the whole lot.
I'm learning.
There'll be 3 silver for the whole
I
lot.
got this.
Oh.
Oh, big spender.
I got the drinks.
Yep. You put 3 silver down. He takes the money first, and then turns around and starts pouring
Smart business.
the drinks.
I'm gonna go see what they have for food.
And I'll go look for the other kiosk.
What other along the way? Like what kind of kiosks are
Purses, couple wallet stands that look fake.
there? How do you know?
This is what kiosks are.
There's
Cell phone shop that doesn't sell real cell phones.
a few different sort of kiosks. There's one that definitely has beer. You come across like the food kiosk as you're heading towards it. The food kiosk has all sorts of like pre-packaged meals essentially. You come across another food kiosk later on that is like fresh cooked, that you can smell like some stuff coming, like some smell coming out of it.
That's what I make my way to.
There's like a general goods, odds and ends. There's like a stitching kit. Imagine the type of things that you would find in an
Airport. I was just gonna say, yeah. A duty scanner.
Yeah, there's like neck pillows and just pillows
Wow.
in general. Yeah, it seems like a transient type shopping center of sorts.
Do I find any like little backpacks that I could put Hoku in?
Yeah, you would probably be able to find like a
mini
backpack.
Like the ones that I
You'd be able to
actually.
find a backpack.
No, like that.
You know what you did.
You can find a backpack.
A cute backpack though.
Yeah, sure. There's a backpack that
So
looks fairly
cute.
cute.
I want the cute one.
Costs about 2 gold.
Sold.
You
This
pay
woman's
over the
burning
gold.
through
You
fucking
pick
gold.
up,
Not even gonna make it
you
look
pick
like
up your
trash.
cute backpack.
Yeah.
You can describe what it looks like, or
That backpack
you
has shit
draw
in
it
it.
afterwards, or whatever you want to do. It's
Oh
up to
my
you.
gosh. Okay. Afterwards or right now?
Up to you.
I already know.
What does the backpack look like?
Okay. Why do you sound so unimpressed?
Describe the backpack.
Okay. It's gonna be a little backpack with the straps. Obviously, that's backpack. That's how backpacks work. And it's gonna be blue, and it's gonna have a plastic piece on it that kind of bulges out. Like, you know when you go to the aquarium and you stick your head in the thing and they've got like the plastic
Yeah.
things?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be like that on the
Hoku in
back.
it,
So,
yeah.
so if he wants to,
So there's people
he
with the
can be
cats that
zipped
put in their fucking backpack.
Yeah, like the cat ones. So he can be zipped in if he wants to. Maybe he's chilly, but he can still look out and like see what's going on. But it also has the option for it to be open because it's a backpack, and they can do that.
You just spent
Revolution.
3 minutes describing the zipper. Yeah. You know how backpacks work? Well, they have this thing.
While you're buying this, you walk over to
Hell
the shop
yeah.
that has some
Food.
There's
Fresh
a woman
food.
behind that is cooking, and she looks at you
Oh.
and is like,
Hello. My friends and I were hoping to have a nice cooked meal this evening, if possible.
"Yeah, what can I get you?" And you look up, and there's like a small menu on it. There isn't a lot of variety, but the food smells good. And there's like a chicken stew, some bread. There's some like beef sliders, some sandwiches.
How many total? Just you don't have to say them all. How many like different varieties of food is there?
There's probably like 5 different things.
one of
Can I please get 2 of each?
Oh, damn.
I'm a fucking elephant.
I can
For
I can
myself.
rearrange it. It might just take a little bit of time.
That's
but-
okay.
Okay.
We can definitely wait for it. We're actually staying the night.
Yep. Okay,
How much do I pay now, or
let's just that'll be about 8 silver.
this place is great.
I will toss her a gold.
We're all getting food poisoning.
I will give her a gold.
Please keep the extra.
Thank you. Would any of the rest of you want anything?
Oh, this is for sharing.
Oh, okay.
I'm hungry, but I'll eat about 5 of them, and then
Okay, yep.
if anybody else wants anything else.
No, I was just gonna say, Timon stayed behind a little bit in the AO kiosk. He wanted to engage into conversation with the dwarf.
Yep. As he turns around and sees that the rest of you all walked away, he like slides the pitchers and the mugs over to you. You can't carry those by yourself. You need help getting to a table? It's like still holding.
I'm alright. I
Alright.
can carry these, but what's your name, friend? You got the mighty mane and beard.
Yeah, hi. My name's Rytek. Rytek Earthhorn.
Rytek.
And you?
Earthhorn.
I'm Timon Ironbeard. Are you from around town, or like I think I've seen people like you back in Cornwall.
Ah, you're from Cornwall.
Oh, you're
I'm-
from Cornwall.
I'm not, but my father was. My parents came here a long time ago, almost a century or so.
Oh, you guys been here for a long time. Have you ever been?
Just that.
You cut out there for a bit,
from
sorry.
them. I said, do you know if most of the dwarves around here are from Cornwall, or are they local?
Most of them are pretty local. Most of the ones that I know of, at least. I know there's a couple of blacksmiths in Ward 3 that claim that they're from Cornwall and know some of the old ways of smithing. But I'm between you and me, I think they're mostly just saying it for the recognition.
Do you know if there's any other iron beards in town? They usually work in the blacksmiths.
Ironbeard. I don't remember if it was Ironbeard or Iron Man or Iron Bell. His name definitely rings a bell. No pun intended. But there is a smithy that you might be interested in checking out in Ward 3.
Look at this guy. He's excited.
I'm not fully. I don't remember if it is. But it definitely has the name Iron in it somewhere.
Let's fucking go.
Didn't we?
Oh,
we could.
do you remember the name of the smithy?
Can't say I do. I've had no business there, to be perfectly honest. I haven't been to Ward 3 in years.
We do.
Yes.
All right, I'll go investigate. Well,
Nice.
my friend, thank you.
Hey, hi.
Catch
You pick up.
all those things.
Black Eye is one of them. Faznord?
Faznog's his apprentice, right?
No, he's another shop owner.
I think Phasmog's last name was Black Eye.
No,
Was it? Okay.
maybe.
Mm,
I have them listed as
There
two
was-
separate people, but
yeah, I think one guy had like a really, well, he had a shop that wasn't doing as well,
yeah.
and
We
that-
can rewatch it. Like,
that is true.
You pick up the ale and you walk over to a table. You find a table closer in the direction of where the rest of your party went. It takes a bit. You're still aching all over. You do end up having to make 2 trips, but you eventually do grab a seat and take a bit of a breath. You're tired, but most of the day has been fairly low-key. You've been just able to rest for a little bit.
I sit down at the table as well. I wasn't at any of the kiosks. How are you doing, Tymond? How are you feeling?
Still feel like shit. I think my spirits are a little bit better because, I guess I didn't die yesterday.
Oh, that's a very positive outlook. That's good.
Saw that hooded figure. Can't stop thinking about him.
Yeah.
The way he disappeared.
Yeah, that was That was a strange one. There's a lot of
Were you
strange
able
things.
to see anything distinctive about him? Color of his coat or something?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No. No, they were too far away. It was too dark. I just could tell there was a figure there, but that was the extent of it. To be honest, there's
When you saw the room, you saw the runes as well, right? There wasn't a thing in my head.
I mean, I didn't recognize it, and you mentioned that. I unfortunately don't know dwarven language very well, or the runes, so it's not something that caught my eye. It just looked like random shapes in the sky.
I could swear that the runes were a sign that she was calling to me. One day,
Yeah. Well, I think.
make sense of all of this.
Yeah. I mean, keep your spirits up. Keep looking. I think just make sure you're a little more careful in the future. I don't think we want this happening to you again.
No. Yesterday was close enough already, and I feel like shit. And then takes a drinks like half a pitch
Chugs.
in one go. Yeah, half of it.
It's about
How are
this
you,
time.
Clotier? Are you feeling alright? Did you get affected by that at all?
I did not. I was a little further back when you were struck, so I did not experience anything similar to what you got. I'm feeling fine.
Alright. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling fine. And I worry about the others as well. I don't know. They might think that I am this crazy bastard now.
Well, they may have thought that before. I just
Not far off.
I joke.
You're right. There's always a bit of a crazy bastard in all of us from Cornhole.
As you finish talking, you see over in the direction that your companions have gone, they're making their way back. You're carrying trays of food,
Hell yeah.
but not all of the food that was ordered, because some of it will take a while to cook. They'll come and bring it to you when it's ready.
Sounds good.
You see Astra is carrying a nice, fancy new backpack.
I made some changes to it.
Okay,
But it's not done yet, so I'll update later?
Sure.
Okay.
We're all waiting in anticipation.
It's Velcro now.
Yes, I purchased some food for everybody. Please don't feel like you have to eat, but there's one of everything they had to share, and then I got 5 for myself. I'd be willing to share a little bit, but I am quite parched.
Is that the right word? That's a drinking thing.
I am famished and starving and need food.
And I'll just start inhaling the fuck out of whatever's in front of me.
that's pretty good.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Surprisingly good. You didn't
Almost
really expect it to be as
Leave
good
a
as
5-star
random
Yelp
sandwich.
review.
Tastes like caramel.
I think that's peanut butter.
Big one, did I?
You know that's a TikTok.
I didn't hear the first part. Oh no, that was on camera, wasn't it?
Yeah. You were so confident too. You're like, I think it's caramel. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know when like your brain believes something, and then as soon as you said peanut butter, it's like
Oops.
Yep.
it's peanut butter.
Yep.
Big one. I think did you send little one out to watch the cat?
Yes, he's just he's out with the other. I saw a bunch of other constructs, so I figured he's very good at letting me know when there might be danger. So he's just keeping an eye on it, just in case.
Okay. I just wanted to mention when the tavern keep, whoever the front desk person was, When you had asked when we had asked if it was safe to leave the cart there, I mean, he seemed to believe that to be true, but he also seemed to be holding back on something. I'm not entirely sure. Seemed like maybe there was something he was withholding from us. I take that as it is. I don't know if we should consider that perhaps that the cart could be of interest to someone, or simply something else. But I just wanted to let you know.
Perhaps we have somebody. I don't want to burden anybody, but perhaps we have some rotations throughout the night just to make sure. It might not be a great idea to all go to sleep at the same time, even though we are very, very much in need of some rest.
I don't sleep.
Oh, well, I think you should try it. It's quite nice.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll give it a try sometime.
Perfect.
I don't know what's in front of me, but I'll be like,
Whatever you want of the 5 different things that were on the menu.
I don't remember what.
That was
There's
a
like
slider.
a chicken,
Chicken
pasta type
nuggies?
dish, with like a
Sauced
salad,
Mac
some
and
other-
cheese?
Sure. Try the salad and
That's
the
the
chicken.
end game. Last episode, you'll get your mac and
Part of the
cheese.
soiree
Yeah.
made
There's
by
a few
Teddy.
different things. You try them all.
I'll just try like a kind of like a couple
Yeah.
bites of each thing.
Please
just
help
see.
yourself. There's lots
They're
to go
like-
around.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than you expect. You all have
Simon digs into some food as well.
Oh, there's lots in front of you.
a nice quiet meal and some drinks. And near the end of your meal, the tavern keeper, whose name I don't think got.
Nope.
He walks up, but comes with
Hi, my name's
holding,
Jeff.
like a handful of keys.
This fucker.
And he comes over and here's the 4 keys to your room. This is for the larger
Oh,
one. He hands it.
That's too.
over
You
to
really didn't need to. I could have
Um,
squeezed.
And for the rest of the 4 of you, 3 keys, and he just hands it to you. You're sitting closest to where you came from. The room numbers are on the little keychains.
Thank you.
Are we neighbors?
Oh, what number did I get?
Yours is a little bit farther away from the rest of them, but the other 3 rooms are together.
I'm scared.
There's probably like 3 rooms.
Oh, I don't care. It's whatever.
Like you have room
Yeah.
number 7, and they have room number like 12, 13, and 14.
Well,
Is it getting late? Probably.
Time to settle down.
You could be asleep.
So I hope you all enjoyed the food. This was very, very tasty, surprisingly. I mentioned to.
Was everybody there when I said that? I thought it was just Kelt here, but maybe you guys.
So what?
I think.
But I'll reiterate that.
I think we should
Oh, the cart.
potentially not all just go to sleep at once. Calthier mentioned he doesn't sleep, but I've urged him to get some sleep. Perhaps we take turns, just to ensure. Like I do have the little one out there, and he will let me know if anything is suspicious happening outside. But perhaps just for extra comfort, we take some turns watching.
Will the little one be out there the whole night?
Yeah.
I don't think constructs need to. They don't need to fully power down. They can. That's how they heal. But he hasn't taken any damage, so.
Yeah, he'll be out there for most of the night.
I don't mind staying
Can
out
he?
there.
How does the communication between the 2 of you work? Like, is it
It's a
telepathic
little
or-
unclear. Like, I mean,
As I
I'm gonna say as a player, I may not have figured that out yet. Granted, he's been alive for less than a day.
That's true.
I will say he'll just bark. Like, he will start barking very loud.
Is the construct considered a creature?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, it depends. What do you want to do to it?
Oh no. I'll.
Wait a
minute.
We didn't go to the Oasis place.
I discovered a black hole.
He rolled a nat 20. God damn, this man is taking my dog to fucking Pound Town. I'll show you my animal instincts. God damn.
Oh man.
It does.
Oh,
like it is a
okay.
creature, definitely.
Yeah, it's
Well, you guys asked.
It's a type
Yeah.
of creature,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's a type of creature,
It's
but
not
it
like
doesn't
a creature.
necessarily like
it doesn't act like a
yeah
woodland creature.
It's not like a
It's a
living
construct.
thing.
Like it's
a-
yeah, it's
It's weird. That's why I'm asking. Like,
Essentially, what I'm getting at is if I'm able to communicate with it in some ways. Basically, I don't need to understand its language.
You can communicate with it. It can understand the languages that like you say.
Yep.
Like common or like whatever language the big one knows.
Yep.
It can understand that, but I don't think it can speak it.
Can it speak anything?
It can bark.
Rough.
Okay, but that doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
translate
it
to
understands any languages that I speak, so it understands everything we speak.
Right, but when it speaks to you, there's no like actual language that it's talking to you in. It's just barks.
It's bark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there is some telepathic things that him and I will share. I made the choice as a player that I don't understand it fully yet. Granted that I am not the greatest blacksmith, and I just finally created my first ever thing. I haven't mastered that yet.
All right. Well,
So
I
to
don't
that,
think there's any telepathic thing.
Isn't there?
No, I don't.
I read something, but maybe it was a
Maybe.
feat later or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It
Either
might
way,
come
I don't
later.
have it now, so
yeah.
it barks at me.
Yes.
If anything, I'm just gonna use psychic whispers and use that to establish a telepathic communication between myself and I guess Calthier again, because it's gonna be up all night it seems. And I guess one other, but it's kind of just like I'm gonna do it and be like, hey, like if you need to reach me, you know, you can get to me here.
Did you say that in my head?
Yeah.
Get out of my head! Okay. Well, that's not the first time you used that on me, so I'm not as kind of like taken aback by it. I still don't entirely.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm just going to. I still don't entirely understand how it works. So I'm just gonna think like, you know how you can if you think you can like talk in your head.
Yeah.
I'm just going to try that and be like, is this how I talk to you? And I just think saying that in my head. Do you hear that?
Yeah, Daddy.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm just going to mention
gonna
as
roll
well.
like that.
I don't mind saying again. I don't need sleep. I do.
He's being
how-
modest.
I do prefer to meditate a period of time each day, but a much smaller period of time than you all need your rest. I'd be fine to stay out with the little one while you all get some rest. I prefer the night.
Well, how much time do you need to meditate?
A few hours or so. Should be enough time for some of you to get some rest, and then.
Yeah, I can take the first watch while you
I-
meditate, and then
and
then
sure.
go from there.
I think Timon, you should use the entire opportunity to sleep.
And time was already kind of
He's like
Timon's
asleep in the
already
chair.
asleep.
Yeah.
Astra, if you would like to
What?
sleep, I can stay up as
Did I hear
well.
my name?
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm dead
please,
tired.
there is no need to apologize.
And he pushes out like his chair and starts like, he fumbles to his key.
Yeah.
Let
Sees the
me
number. What number is it?
Like 12.
help you get to your room.
Oh.
Argby, if you're going to be staying up for a little bit, perhaps I could just use
Well-
your room a bit for the meditation. I promise I will not use the bed.
Actually, I was gonna backtrack a bit. Would you mind watching it first?
Yeah.
And then,
I
Need a minute and 56
And then,
seconds. I've timed it.
when I rolled a 6, I was gonna say after if you're good for watching for 6 hours, I could take over from there.
Sure. Yeah. Happy to.
Do that.
Am I sleeping for the first watch? First 2 watches? I would be more than happy to stay up with the little one for some period of time. Just let me know when.
Whatever you all feel comfortable with. Just make sure you get the rest you need.
Okay.
I'm going to bed. Wake me,
Please
wake me
do.
when you guys need me,
Sure.
I will.
and I will be there on the right.
Please
off
wake
of
me
the
up
job.
later in the evening.
Yeah.
No,
I just
that's
walk
my-
away, but telepathically be like, "Thank you, Kelty."
You're welcome.
But that what you say out loud? There's like no response.
You're wet shit.
Each of you finds your way to your room. They're fairly comfortable. There's nothing to write home about. It's very much like a, Holiday Inn vibe. Like,
at the Holiday Inn.
there's nothing to write home about, but fairly comfortable beds, spacious. There's like a small attached washroom to each room.
Before I go to bed,
I heard spaceships. When you said spaceships,
I am going to
Red
just
Bar
pull
beds.
out my normal little kit that I work things on, and I am going to use, because it happens when you take a short or long rest, I'm going to use the right tool for the job and attempt to make a proper brewery kit for.
how dare you?
No, we already got one.
Yes, I saw it. It was very, very good. There's nothing. It's not a cast. It's nothing. I just say I need to take at least an hour of uninterrupted work, which coincides with your short or long rest, and then I produce it magically. They are non-magical, but it creates a tool in hand that I need, and it will vanish if I use that feature ever again, which I will probably at some point. But for now, poof!
Okay.
I somehow magically create.
So you take some of the parts and stuff that you
Yeah, I have
together,
some
and you
gears
like
and shit,
put
yeah.
together. You
Just
spend
like-
an hour putting it together into something that could conceivably produce beer.
Sick. And and then I will take out like a little piece of paper and wrap it a little bit, and it's a very terrible wrapping job. Just like it's
Well,
not
I mean,
wrapping.
it's like almost like a large barrel and like a small like pipes rigged to it. It's not like something that you could.
I put a
technically-
piece of paper over top of it.
It'll be a very bulky package, but
That's fine. That's what I want it to be. I'm very excited, very happy, and then I'll go to bed, happy and excited.
Sounds good. Come on. Anything any of the rest of you guys want to do?
I'll just say goodnight to everyone, and I head outside to the cart.
Yep.
See little one, and I kind of get up into the cart.
Little one's just kind of sitting beside the cart. And you see now, as you're looking around, there's like a few constructs, like either robotic steeds, horses, goats. There's like a real donkey that's just kind of
A real
grazing
live donkey?
on some of the like small amounts of grass over here. There's quite a menagerie. You're the only human out here, though, or not human, but humanoid
My secret!
looking creature.
I take off my fake ears. Okay. I just get up into the cart and kind of sit in it. Yeah, I'll just so little one's like beside the cart.
Yeah.
I guess. I'll just look over to him because the last time we were stayed up, I just kind of like inspected him just to say, "Can you understand me?" Yes. Interesting.
He's just sitting there. It's like a little ticking noise coming from
Yeah,
behind him. where his
he's
tail
not
is wagging.
panting at all. He's just sitting there.
But his tail is wagging.
Yeah, you can hear the mechanic.
I love him.
Interesting. I still don't entirely understand constructs, but you appear to have a life of your own. It's interesting.
He like tilts his head a little. Like looks back up at you.
And I'm just gonna kind of look around, look up at the sky. Is the moon visible from where I am?
Not from where you are.
No.
No. There's fairly like you're in like a more recessed place down below, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like houses mostly all around, and
Right.
like streets, and there's like lights all around. It's fairly bright still
Oh,
here out in
okay,
the middle of the night.
interesting.
It's not really that dark.
Hmm.
You can still see people up outside of like this like valley type area.
Right.
You still see people milling about. You hear like laughing and cheering and some music coming from down the street. Very lively.
Oh.
Still, even though it's like probably 10-ish, 10, 11-ish at night.
Right. Okay. Yeah, then I guess not gonna do too much. Mostly, no, because I already did some like mending to like some of my clothes and armor and stuff. So yeah, mostly just kind of hang out on there. Just look around and stare people down if they walk by.
Not many people come down here. You do see like eventually a couple of people actually head out from the tower.
I stare them down.
Yeah. There's a few people who are leaving, and they start to walk up up the like stairs. They barely pay attention to you, really. Probably a couple of hours in, you notice a patrol of iron cogs
Okay.
that are making their way down down the hill towards here.
Right. Okay.
You see them off in the distance before they've seen you.
Okay.
Seem to be just chatting amongst themselves and making their way to the cog house.
I don't do anything different. I'll just just kind of keep an eye on them now that I notice that they're there. Just kind of keep an eye on them. I'm still like looking around, like I'm trying not to be too distracted by it, but now that I've kind of clocked them, just making sure that if they continue to I just know what they're doing. But I don't really,
They
care
don't
too much.
seem to notice you when they just walk into the building
That's
itself.
a creepy ass fucker.
You're off a little bit off on the side, right? Like
Yep.
not in the main entrance, like way the main entrance, and it's starting to like, even though it's still like lit, the trees and stuff, the streets are lit. The like where the carts are is a little bit off, where there's a little less light, so they don't notice you very much.
Cool.
They just make their way inside the building.
Okay. They go into the cog,
Yes,
the
they go
sunken
into
cog?
the cog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Doesn't bother me.
Another like 15, 20 minutes pass. 30 minutes pass. You see the two guards leaving. On their way out, one of them turns towards you and like starts making their way over to the carts to like take a look. The other one is just like, fuck it, let's just go home. And,
Got that drink and that booty call.
you can tell he's more than a little tipsy.
Right.
But the other one is like, let's just do a short pass over, see if there's anything around here. Old Arvid told us that there's some suspicious or strange looking folk that came in. Maybe there's something good here. He like walks over, and as soon as he gets near the carts, he like sees you. It takes a little bit, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?
Sitting.
Like a child.
Why?"
Why not? Why are you over here?
We're just checking up on these carts, seeing what people are bringing. You're not from around here, are you?
I hear that a lot.
Oh, you can see he's wearing like the iron cog raiment. He's got like dented and like rusted armor.
Yeah.
A lot of places. He's got like a sword hanging by his side. There's a shield that's strapped to his back. Seems fairly like standard, short, like reddish brown hair.
Yeah.
A bit of a like stubble. Nothing. Not like a full beard or anything. He looks up at you. Is this your cart?
I mean, it doesn't technically belong to me, but it's the one that we're...
Why are you sitting on it? It's
Well,
not yours.
I'm not
You
entirely...
loitering here?
No, I think you know what, I feel rude shouting down from up here, and I go up and I get out of because I've been up on the cart, so I get out so that I'm standing alongside them, or him anyways.
Yep.
Just say, to be honest, the owner of the cart isn't here. I think they I'm not sure if they technically gave it to us to own, or if it's just a temporary. What I'm trying to say is that my traveling companions and I were given the cart to courier us from the previous ward to Ward 1. That's where we're heading.
You one of them artificers? You don't look like it.
No, I'm not an artificer, though one of my companions is an artificer.
How's the little one reacting? He okay right now?
Yeah, he's okay.
My boy.
Yeah, he attacked.
He like the guard looks over to the dog, looks back at you. What business are you here for? What are you transporting in this here cart? And he like looks up a little.
Nothing. The cart is empty.
He like climbs up to the side of the cart. At this point, the little one does start barking a little. Whoa, easy there, boy. And he looks and he sees that the cart is fairly empty. All right. He like turns around. He like starts to walk away.
That's a good boy.
Well, good luck. No funny business.
What is funny business?
Oh, no.
Just don't do anything that will get you in trouble.
Okay. What will get me in trouble?
Yeah.
Don't break any laws.
Right.
What are the
Maybe ask your artificer friend over there.
Sure.
Maybe he'll. Mercenaries these days. He just like walks away.
Have a good night.
Likewise. He walks away and helps his friend who's now puking over on the side of the road. He like goes over and helps him up and like puts his arm around the shoulder and kind of walks up the hill away from the tavern. Probably around this time that you hear a whisper in your head from Arthur waking up for his shift.
Hey, baby.
You sleep well?
Come on, my room. I got a treat.
Oh God! We're making this the Oasis.
Oh man. All right, so 6 hours has passed, I guess.
Not 6 hours.
In this campaign.
So each watch is about roughly 3.5 hours.
Oh, then I'm still gonna be sleeping.
Oh, okay. So it's the end of your watch, roughly. Nobody's really come to relieve you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Arkmir's relieving himself.
I'm fully fine to stay up for 2 watches.
Yes.
And I said
So-
after that I would get up.
I would
So
get
if
up,
that's
yeah.
if that's the period of time that has elapsed at this point, but that
the
would
end
be
of the
longer
first
than the
Roughly.
than the.
No, the
I
link
don't-
is like 6 hours, I think. Is what
It, wouldn't 2 watches be longer than that?
2 watches, yeah, it would be longer than that, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
But
it's
to be
only
fair,
been,
I have
the first
absolutely
one.
no idea how that
I
works.
just thought that he would be waking up at the end of the first watch and taking the second one, but that's fine. Yeah,
No.
So,
Oh wait, well, how long did you say you need for your meditation? 3 hours? Something like that.
3 to 4
4
hours, roughly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Then you know what? I can get up. Yep.
So, but like you'll get up at like the end of the second watch.
Yeah, so you
Like
do
I
the
can do
first
2 watches and then somebody needs to be up for the third.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. I don't entirely know how that works, but I'll. Actually, you know what? For the most part, I'm just kind of content being where I am. So until somebody.
So you wake up and you make your way out. And as you enter the hallway, you notice that the lights have been dimmed in the middle, in like the ring area, and it's empty. There's nobody really here. Even like the kiosks seem to be closed up. Make your way out the front door. Even at the front desk, there's like nobody really there. There's like a door behind the desk that's open, and if you look inside, you can see like the man who is sitting at the kiosk. He's just wandering around inside. He's not asleep, but he's just around.
Peek inside and be like, it's pretty late to still be up, isn't it?
Hey, yeah. Do you need anything?
Oh, I don't. I'm just gonna go outside, take a little walk, but
It's almost near the end of my shift, so he'll probably come and swap with me in another couple of hours. I work the night shift here. It starts in the evening and ends pretty early in the morning.
well, is this guy we saw at the kiosk?
Yeah.
Or like
Or
side
no,
of the front desk?
It's the guy you saw at the front desk.
Okay. Oh, sorry I didn't introduce myself earlier. I'm Arkmir Crofter.
Yeah, well met.
Challenge you, afraid to come up with names.
Pretty sure this was the guy that I said his name was Arvid, so let's go with Arvid.
Oh, did you say Arvid?
I think so. I don't remember
You
anymore.
did now.
Yeah.
I
Well,
really should write that down. Anyway.
it was
He's not Rytek.
No, that's
No, that's the dwarf.
well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Arvid. Thank you for letting us stay here. I will see you around. And I'm just
You
kind of
paid for it, so.
Yeah. I just walk
Thank
outside.
you for your patronage. And just like you see, he was rummaging about to like on a bookshelf
Oh,
for a book. Pulls out a book and then walks up to the table, closing the door behind him. Like walks back over and like.
did I happen to notice what that book was? Oh no.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
I
it's
really needed to build armor around
novel.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, because you have so many like perception checks. And that doesn't look
That looks
bad.
like a good number.
13.
Oh, I thought it was 17.
No modifier, or that is with the modifier?
He doesn't.
I have
a
any
modifier.
zero modifier for wisdom.
Oh yeah. Right.
You can tell that the name of the book is
Tears of.
Tears of the Honor.
it's The Last Door.
The Last Door?
Yes.
Oh my.
You can't tell the name of the author, but
It's a
Oh
smart
my God.
book. It is a smart book. Yeah.
it seems like a fiction novel. It's like pulled out.
Sexual fiction.
Alright. Oh yeah. I head outside and
As you head outside, you can look around and you see Calthair and the little one sitting beside the cart.
As soon as I see him, because I have no idea if the connection is still there or not, because I don't know how it works, I'm just going to say, oh, good evening, Akmir. But I think good evening. I have no idea if that makes it to you or not.
you're getting quite good at this.
Oh, it worked.
Hasn't it been more than 6 hours?
I don't know. You
How
tell
much did
me.
you roll?
I rolled 6.
It's been more than 6 hours. It's
I
been like
can only roll.
7 hours.
I roll a d6 for this right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Later on it increases, but yeah. It's in 7?
It's
Oh.
been like 7 hours.
So-
You
So
don't-
I think it, and you just keep walking at me. I'm like, Akmir? So now I'm just
Hey. Something wrong, Calthair?
I don't quite understand exactly how this works yet.
Voicey, I can. We can communicate, but it's only for a period of time. It tends to wear me down, and once it's done, it's done until next time I get to rest up.
Oh, okay.
Were you trying to talk with me right now?
I was, yes. I don't entirely understand. I've seen other forms of communication where people have used magic to communicate. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're doing. I've never really had it done to me that much before. I kind of just think in my head, but apparently that you are able to hear that. Are you able to read people's minds, hear their thoughts?
Not in that way. It's only if whatever they want me to hear, I can hear. But otherwise, it's all just don't hear anything else.
Interesting. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. What number am I thinking of? And I'm saying a number in my head right now.
I just laugh.
You should roll.
Laugh. Yeah. Do you want to roll or do you want
Yeah,
to?
no, let's actually do it.
What are you rolling though?
D10.
Okay.
That would be...
The D10 one.
This one's a 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't
Yes.
wait for you all to roll. You both to roll the same number.
Oh, it was... No.
10.
Yeah. No, that's not what I was thinking of. Okay. I was just curious. Anyways, hopefully you got some good rest there. Honestly, it was a pretty quiet evening. There was a point where a couple of the Iron Cog stopped by the Sunken Cog here. Had some...
The Iron Cog went to the sunken.
Yeah. The Cog.
Whoa.
Cog. Seems they had a few ales. I'm sure they'd get along with Tymond quite well. But they did come over and one of them came over and had a very brief conversation. They didn't seem to pay too much attention to the cart itself. They were more curious perhaps if there was items in the cart. But they did say to avoid any funny business, which is not an expression I've heard before, but they said that perhaps the big one would know. So when he wakes, perhaps we should ask him what they mean. I think it's a schema thing.
I just kind of put my hand on Kalthir's shoulder, just like, you did well, Kalthir. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think if I'm able to, perhaps use your room to just for a quiet space to
To what?
You cut yourself off.
No.
Literally the perfect time.
I just like, yeah, like
she looked at me.
Yeah, it was either going to be
yeah.
or
Yeah.
meditation.
There's a raised eyebrow right now from right here.
It's a long time. I would prefer to meditate without any interruption.
Most do.
Meditate.
People
Do you-
seem to give me odd looks when I say that. I'm not sure why. I mean, meditation is good for the soul.
It's true. It's healthy.
Wait, Kalthir, do you not sleep?
I don't. No.
How?
I.
Busy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just it's just something that elves don't need. I think we take some time.
You know,
Is that a common knowledge? I was gonna say.
Common knowledge.
Oh, okay.
El-
Okay. But the meditation
Most
is that different?
pure-blooded elves do not need to sleep.
But-
They spend their evenings meditating. And
They
sort
do
of
like kind of
a
like
trance, just like
Yeah.
dream.
yeah,
dream-
do a trance. They're doing like kind of like mental like processes,
Mental
and thoughts and
exercises.
exercises, stuff like that.
So your eyes
But-
are just like flip back in your head.
Other
my eyes are
Meditating.
usually closed when I'm doing it, but
Yeah.
I'm not asleep. I'm just I'm like kind of like in
It's
my
actually
mind.
Okay.
it's very often like that's part of why the wardens are mostly elves because
Okay.
of the fact that they
They don't need a rest.
They do need
Well,
they
like
do still need
meditate.
their 8 hours of rest, but they can keep their eyes like open and focused for 4 of those hours, and like be doing other
Oh.
things like light activity during those 4 hours,
Okay.
and then in the other 4 hours they can meditate.
So I'm gonna retcon me asking that because I would know about it.
Well, you
Well-
didn't know that he was a elf technically, aside from because he looks pretty different from normal elves that you've
I mean, I
seen
have
before.
similar features to
Yes.
an
Yes.
elf, but I mean, I also don't look like any elf you've seen before.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well then, okay. I've asked this question, and that's when I make that conclusion. Then, well, very well. Then don't let me hold you up.
Key, please.
Lamp, please.
It's like out of character. What the?
It just turns into a fucking gnome from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Key, please.
Could I have the
Lamp,
key to your
please.
room?
Go, sir.
Thank you. All right. Should anything happen,
I wouldn't be able to trust you if you did that.
yeah,
What the fuck?
don't hesitate to come find me if there's anything that needs my attention. But I will go for now and see you in a few hours.
See you then. Walk over to well, no, we're calling him Little One right now.
Yep.
I'm working on it.
Does he?
Oh, he's
I
friendly.
just
He's
like,
super
yeah,
friendly. Yeah.
just give him a little pet.
He
I don't
smiles a
have,
little bit when you do it.
I don't have any peach or apples on me, but I pull out a peach and a banana and I just kind of present to him. Is he receptive to either?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he likes whatever the big one likes, so
Yeah,
does the
I
big
don't
one
know
like
if I've
either
ever
of
had a
those?
banana or a peach. I like apples, so he might try it. I don't know if he'll like it. Would he try it? He might just look at it.
He'll bite into the banana without
Yeah.
peeling it.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah,
He like chomps.
yeah. It's like metal
Swallows
at your
it.
fingers. Light, gentle, but it is metal.
He seems to swallow it.
He doesn't seem
that's-
as happy.
Pet him and then and then I just sit beside him beside the wagon.
You take a seat and you start your watch. Again, perception checks for the little one and for you.
Oh, I think he just
no.
shares mine.
No, I think he has his own stat.
Does he? This guy's a
Doesn't he?
beast.
12.
Passive perception 14. Do I need to roll?
Yes.
What do I
Because
add?
he's actively keeping watch.
I don't.
Does he have
What is perception?
It's,
Does anybody-
it's +0
Wisdom?
plus
Yeah.
EB.
It's your
I
wisdom
don't know what
modifier.
PB
So he does get a proficiency bonus.
proficiency bonus.
So
Times
that's all he
2.
gets because his
Times
wisdom's
2.
10.
Proficiency bonus times
So
2.
14 then.
Yeah. You're 12. That is a failure. Would you like to
Is
reroll that?
usually gonna be like, you know,
Oh,
like the
no, I'm not proficient in perception, so I don't get to add to that.
Really
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
14 for the little one.
It's about an hour into your watch.
Oh shit.
last
Sharon.
door.
Because you're sitting on the bench or on the cart. You feel something sharp up against the back of your neck.
Oh, jeez.
It's a dagger.
It hurts.
Or it's
But
Kelthier's
it's
dick.
not. It's almost like a
I don't know
prick.
much about Purells.
It's almost like a prick.
Yeah, it is.
Like doesn't sink. It doesn't. It's just there.
Right. And is little one reacting in any way here?
And you hear a voice from right behind you.
Okay.
You have something of mine. Really much rather have it back. I think that's a good spot to end for the
Roll for
holidays.
initiative. Come on.
Who is it?
Should leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Is it fucking like Von Dyke or someone? Or let's see.
Yeah, it
That's
might
what
be
I'm wondering.
Dick Van
Because I don't know
Yeah.
what else we would have other than like razor shit.
Or it is Kelthier.
Yeah. You have something in mind. Oh no.
I have a fucking empty card.
No, it's. I wonder if it's the. Is it the dagger that I picked up the guy?
I
That.
think so.
But it wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
What
But
else
you
did I
still
have?
picked it up off him. I think this is something from a pre-session.
Or it's
Anyways,
Yeah.
as a reminder, we will be off for the rest of the holiday season.
No!
We will
No.
pick up
In January.
where we left off in January.
Yep.
See what happens.
Everybody have a safe and happy holidays.
Yes.
Be smart. Don't do anything stupid.
Hopefully, Arkner survives the night.
We'll roll to find out if he survives. If we come back, Lavin's not here.
If I roll greater than 10,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Oh, that's a 20! That's where it is!
Roll that on the perception check.
Oh my god. This whole game has been shitty rolls until now.
Don't worry. The dog's just gonna start barking as soon as he hears a voice. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Alright.
Until next time.
Happy holidays!
Follow all of our socials. We'll have some clips
happy
and stuff.
holidays, guys.
See you next
Awesome.
time.
Thanks, guys.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.